Guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly, what am I saying? Grim Master. I'm going to be your friendly Grim Master today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign, playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, 2nd edition, as published by Green Ronin back in the day. And we are playing through an adventure we're calling Fears of the Faceless, set in the Ersatz, France version, or nation of Bretonnia. And with me today are the stars of this campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen, guys. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what did you spend your last advancement on? First up, we've got Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen, and last time I got a bit of a dressing down about the meaning of chivalry and all that sort of stuff, so I spent it on willpower.
So next time it'll be in your face, old man.
Exactly.
Great.
Be like, fuck you, I'm a real knight.
I've never seen the film, but the what's the jousting one with what's his name? Heath Ledger.
Knight's Tale with Heath
Ledger.
Ledger.
Yeah. So like, I've never seen it, but my ex-brother-in-law, who's British, he would always say, "You've got to be of noble birth if you want to compete." So I assume that's a line from the film.
Probably.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I've seen like half of it. So.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for knighthood. Next up is Carl.
Hello, I'm playing a Goril. He is a dwarven roguish type. He is a gambler by profession. I took another point in wound because that helps my career advancement.
Most definitely.
Not because we're in any danger.
And next up is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris. I'm playing a noble, and I took agility to dodge.
And because we will, in the interest of transparency, Mo was interested in taking another wound, but I informed him that it would not heal back any injuries that have been suffered. So Mo has decided discretion being the better part of valor. So
yeah, if you can't see the bar, I'm 1 out of 11 at the moment.
Yeah. So he is. It's better than dead, better than he was yesterday. So, and last but certainly not least is Sean.
I am Sean. I'm playing Jacob Silvercobble, the halfling of the party. I took wounds. Yeah, it was the thing to do. It was the theme this time, so I got on board with that and took wounds.
Good stuff. All right, so we see that everyone has dived into, if not willpower, then into wounds. I suppose Roland hasn't been in a fight yet, so
he may not. So we'll see.
Yeah, learn the value of a good chunk of meat.
Well, he also has, I think he has the best armor out of anybody because he's started as an actual knight, so he's less vulnerable.
AP 2 armor or protection 2 armor?
He has, he's got medium armor. He's got 3.
So 2.
Wow.
Oh, 3. Holy shit.
Yeah, because he's got a leather jack plus a chainmail shirt over it.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys have your tank now. What happened last time? What taught you the value of a good chunk of wounds? And let me see if I can jog your memory.
Well, we started in the village of
Serac. Yeah.
And we're beset upon. We were bringing the captives home, captives of the presumably mutants that we came upon in the floods, where we were in
Langell, I think.
Langell, yeah.
Yeah, it was just here. Let's see here. I think I actually have a functioning map finally. There we go.
Oh, nice. And so we were transporting them home to Serac, and
yes.
And we were beset upon by the noble of Serac, Lord Ingerond, I believe.
Angeron.
Angeron.
Yeah.
And we escaped pretty much. Well, 2 of us as well. We all escaped, but 1 unconscious by. Let's see. Let's by the. What are their names? They are the Faceless, the Harimo.
Arimo, yeah.
Arimo. With their leader, the Faceless, who was not with them at the time, and we escaped into the forest. and made acquaintances with them over the next nightfall and morning. They were eyeing my pony, but all was well, and we got that straightened away. And let's see. Well, then the Faceless arrived, and we had much dialogue. We got some healing done. The healer, the healer did her thing on a couple of our number.
Yep.
Primarily Orderic, and Roland arrived at sword point, but things were sorted. And there was discussion about how to proceed with the Faceless. We had a meeting with the Faceless, I think, and he asked for our. I mean, we came to an agreement. I'm a little sketchy on exactly what transpired in that dialogue at the moment, but like we determined how to proceed, I think, and that we would join forces or help out.
Yeah.
Am I correct, basically, on that?
Oh, you're muted, Carl.
Still muted.
That you guys can't hear.
Yeah, you are. I hear you. Yeah.
No, he told us about this place we could explore and deal with this mutant menace, and perhaps we had no really evidence that this Lord Doop-de-doo was was really bad. We just had circumstantial evidence and the way he treated us. So perhaps we can find some evidence of his link to mutants, but at least we can take care of perhaps a mutual problem in this region with chaos incursion. So we have a place where we can go investigate. And then there was this dialogue between the leader of this group, the Faceless, and Roland, and they talked about things that Gorel rolls his eyes at all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yes.
It should have been a happy time, but the Lord was just very rude.
Roland got lectured. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you remember about your dialogue with this Faceless fellow?
So he sort of asked me how chivalrous I was, and I sort of said, well, I'm doing my best. And he said, well, that's not good enough because that's basically
wrong answer.
Yeah, the wrong answer. And specifically, he talked about the idea that, the general nobility of Bretonia, who are largely corrupt and dicks to their lessers in social status and all that sort of stuff, would all answer the same way. And his point was sort of like, you're just going to become like them. But then I sort of responded that, part of the idea of chivalry is, standing up for people who cannot do better otherwise or do not know better, providing an example for them. And he seemed to like that. And he sort of said, you know what? Instead of just, hanging you right now, we'll give you a chance to be chivalrous and go deal with there's like chaos mutants at a barrow, I think was what he talked to us about, that we need to deal with.
A barrow. That's
a barrow. Okay. Some sort of barrow, I remember, definitely.
There's a time before the founding of the kingdom where, there were the warlords that lived all across Bretonia. So there are ruins across the nation or I guess that's not a nation yet, but across the region that have tombs and so forth in them. And some of his men had mentioned that they saw mutants or beastmen out in the woods in that region, but there was no evidence of it. They couldn't find tracks. They couldn't find any camp or anything like that. So they thought that they were full of shit. But he knows that there is a barrow out there, and there was a sense of there was a reason for urgency as well too that became apparent at the end of our session. Do you guys remember what that was?
Yeah. So the noble who messed up our buddies had sent men into the forest to try to root out these Robin Hood types. And or maybe they're not Robin Hood types, maybe they're just bandits, who knows. It's sort of a matter of opinion on that point, although they seem nice enough despite trying to hang me. So we were like, okay, what do we do? And he said, all right, we'll draw them off. You guys make your way to the barrow and deal with the badness that is there.
Sorry, Arlen, I realized I forgot to give you a notes handout, so you got one now.
Oh, cool.
Okay. All right. So then, guys, where our session opens, is with you guys stumbling through. Oop. I think it's perhaps where we ended. Boom. The forest. There we go. Now, Orderic, your wounds are still causing you some degree of pain, but you are able to keep up. What do you guys... let's see here. I think Garil and Jacob both have night vision or dark vision or something like that, right?
Yes. Jacob has... Which one does he have? He has talents. He has night vision.
Okay. And then...
Yep. So he's well in natural darkness, requiring at least starlight.
Okay.
Yes, Goril has night vision as well.
Okay, I thought so. And then, did we lose Mo? Are you still there, Mo, or did you just lose your camera?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, you're back.
I think yours all reset, so I think there might have been a glitch. Sorry.
That's okay. All right, not your fault at all. All right, so the
I actually will add, because of something, the stars at my birth or something like that, I have pretty good night vision too.
okay.
Oh, nice.
That
Oh, wow.
actually,
Maybe it was
That's
a
right,
mutation that happened.
You're a
Who
mutant.
knows?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, mutation?
that's right. Don't you have like lavender eyes?
Yeah, purple eyes that can see
Yeah.
in the dark. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
very suspicious.
That actually
Yeah.
makes sense why you'd be traveling at night too, then, right? Because the way you were captured was sort of in the evening as well too. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, so as you were explaining to the faceless one
Good
your
thing
new
none of us
chivalry
are-
attitude, it was with your lavender eyes. That I don't know how that goes up.
Yep.
yeah, we see the faceless wondering, did I just send a mutant to go kill some other mutants?
Right, right.
Good
Embrace
thing
the
none of us
darkness
are witch hunters.
to defeat the darkness.
Yes. Die, monster. Although, I mean, Roland is really probably the toughest in melee combat, so
Right.
kill yourself, monster, I guess. Okay, so the only one who is then stumbling along, I guess, both due to fatigue and injury, as well as lack of light, would be Orderic. I wonder, Roland, are you sort of helping Orderic along here?
Yeah, I would definitely help him along. And we're on foot, right? We don't have horses or anything.
You're on foot. You can your horse, like, you're not losing your horse. You guys have your horses or ponies or whatever you've got with you. You can't ride them, or I mean, you can ride them in the forest, but you're probably going to turn an ankle on the horse, and if so, you're going to have the horse fall.
Okay.
Right.
I was sort of wondering if we could put Odoric on the horse and I could lead it, since I can see well enough.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, the horse can't see, so your progress is going to be fairly slow.
Progress slow still.
But that's fine. Yeah. If
yeah.
you're taking extra care. Do you have any like talent or skill with list of skills out again here? I did remember to bring all my DM screens this time, or GM, my Grim Master screens. Here we go.
Let's see. I am trained in animal care and animal training.
Done. Then that's yeah. So you're leading this thing along, by the bridle, and Orderic is sort of sloshing back and forth. Jacob, are you leading? How the hell did I forget your pony's name again? It's not Nipsey. It's
See now, and I'm going to blame you. Now I can't think of it again. It's like Nelly or something, but give me a second. I got it.
I'm sure it's in your notes, right?
Yeah, it definitely is. But I just had to find it again. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ninny. It's
Ninny.
Ninny.
Ninny. Okay, right.
Ninny.
You're close, Nelly. It's close.
I know. I'm triangulating.
No, it's an N-word.
Seriously.
Necktie.
Yeah.
So what? I guess as you guys are going along, this is the first now you've had a private moment with your cousin, Roland, and this is the first time you guys have seen each other in a number of years. The reason, I think, so you are obviously, I mean, we know that you are on a journey of errantry, Roland, but what was it, the reason you sought out Orderic? Was it because you're going to Longueuil anyway and we're checking in with him, or Was it
I
sort
think
of?
it was sort of generally that he was not ready to give up errantry, but he was kind of having a lot of trouble, right? He doesn't have a lot of resources. He's sort of alone by himself, and he is like 19 and all that sort of stuff. So he was like, okay, I'll go. I've heard my cousin is here. Maybe he can, provide some help, make it easier to do the errantry thing in the future.
Okay. So, Ordric, you're dressed in this peasant's jerkin now, and kind of, very undignifiedly riding along in the darkness. You can't see where you're going. Your cousin is having to warn you for, duck, to get out of the way of low-hanging branches. Unseen bushes are clawing at you from the top, and you are in a great deal of pain. Roland and Ordric, do you guys have... I'll give you a moment if you guys want to get caught up at all.
Yeah. Ordric and Roland, right? That's them.
Yes.
Ordric, are you going to be all right? You look pretty messed up.
Oh, I'll survive.
Okay. It's good to see you, cousin.
Do we want to wait to dawn to assault the place when we get there?
Well, I think we need to we might want to wait till dawn to assault the place, although it'll be inside a barrow, so I assume it'll be inside the barrow, so it'll be dark anyway. But we could have
we've
torches.
Well, actually, I've lost most of my stuff because my horse was lost. But I assume other people have got flint and steel and torches and stuff.
Yeah, we might be able to. It seems like what we'll need to do is light torches to go into the barrow anyway, and we can have Orderic. I guess if you're not up for fighting, you can hold a torch at the back.
I'll be the torch bearer.
Yeah.
Can Gorell overhear this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, the at night the forest is quite quiet. Even if they're talking low, I think there'd be very little difficulty overhearing what's happening.
So Gorell's just going to comment, hopefully to prompt some... Because Odric, you're always so about the business. I think Roland wants to catch up like friends, like chums, like family. Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking, it's nice to see you, Oderic. Been a while.
Well, I'll pretend to be Odric, Roland. It's nice to see you too, cousin.
Odric's clearly shocked because of the injuries.
Okay.
Nothing, Mo?
How have you been, and why were you coming to see me before all this happened?
Okay. We can get straight to the point. It's so it turns out errantry is a little harder than I thought. Because you sort of end up in trouble regularly, and it's you're out on your own in the wilderness a lot, and anyway, I thought I would come see you and maybe figure out if there's a way. I don't know, I sort of thought maybe we could work together on my errantry quest and all that. Who knows?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. If only that fake noble hadn't had his ruffians mishandle us before I could properly challenge him for a duel.
Well, if he's anything like the various other nobles around, he might not have left you standing after the duel, Orderic. It seems like plenty of them get their jollies off just cutting down potential challengers and all that. So I'm kind of glad that you're still with us, at least.
Well, I was going to get him to challenge me, and then I'd get choice of weapons, but...
So, Mo, remember, you're making a lot of assumptions about how that stuff works.
Oh, yeah.
The rules of chivalry for one specific duel, for one specific time period, in one specific European region, does not apply to the old world, so... Maybe don't rely on that for your strategy, or just ask about the particulars of it before you formulate your plans. Because what probably would have happened, and I think Roland can tell you, is that fully armored guy would have then, if there was a duel, a fully armored and armed noble would then take you on in your silks. There's no obligation, just because you're poor, there's no obligation for them to help you out with your weapons and whatnot, and you would be facing effectively someone as armored or perhaps better than what Roland is.
Yeah, I've seen more than a few knights errant get into trouble with local lords, and
I think what Roland also can tell you too is that like the experience and the way that of encountering other knights errant and the abuse of the chivalric code by them to just get what they want is pretty rampant.
Yep.
You know, Roland may have been showing up in Longiel with a healthy dose of cynicism about the reality of chivalry. You know.
Yeah, I think actually the taint has obviously gone further than we thought. I think we were a bit naive, thinking that maybe the Lord might be interested in helping.
Right. So Mo, I'm not talking about this one guy. I'm talking about everywhere in Bretonnia.
Oh yeah.
Just so you understand, so your character, you know, understands. Remember, this is still a Warhammer setting. there isn't a like ideal Arthurian kind of thing out there. Even though there are Grail Knights and whatnot, those are definitely presented as the outlier, not the common thing. So you got to bear that in mind, that this is still a brutal and cruel world. The fact that there exists, the fact that there are sumptuary laws and that there are clear delineations for what peasants and nobles can do, you're getting much closer to the sort of Code of Bushido samurai caste system than you are the sort of ersatz late medieval, early Renaissance setting that is the Empire. So, with that in mind, unless there's anything else that Roland or Orderic want to talk about,
just say again, it's good to see you among the living, cousin. Even
Indeed.
in the condition you're in.
Let's assume that Orderic has been like that. That is what his perspective is. He still is stuck in this sort of like child's understanding of chivalry or nobility or whatnot too. In spite of like how dirty his stuff is, he lives in a shitty tavern, you know, down by the docks and whatnot. How does this, do you think, compare to the person that you knew as a child, Roland? Because it sounds like you both had sort of a romanticized view of a nobility. Orderic wasn't able to pursue that because of his, the financial circumstances of his family.
Yeah. Well, and I think also one of the things is that Orderic, it sounded like one of the sort of backstory elements we talked about is that Orderic was kind of older and more successful in knightly training most of the time versus Roland, who wasn't as kind of naturally gifted. And that's part of why Roland looked up to Orderic. But that would kind of, you know, it's sort of right. It's complicated because for Roland, he's been out on the road and he's seen all sorts of, you know, terrible stuff and probably gotten his ass kicked more than once by other knights errant, just, you know, to take advantage of him and all that sort of stuff. And generally, you know, they're a rambunctious lot at the best of times. So he's sort of. But there's a comfort, too, in the sense that Orderic still believes in this thing that is important to Roland, even if it's harder and harder to believe in. He's, right? He's sort of like, you know, Orderic is still able to kind of hold to this ideal in his own way. So I'm going to do my best
like the Faceless. So
a bit like the way, like the way that the Faceless was sort of, you know, prompting him to try to be better. You know, that yes, this is the way that most people are, but it's not the way you have to be, right?
And in spite of his injuries and in spite of riding along in darkness, I am picturing that Orderic is still riding up, you know, with carrying himself with the confidence that is appropriate to what he sees as his station. Is that correct, Mo?
Yeah, he's a bit sort of like wouldn't say like two different faces. You know, he has the ideal.
Yeah.
He's a bit like Veer compared to Londo, maybe.
Okay.
In Bab 5.
Yeah. I totally see that now. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think that like one thing to, notwithstanding, you know, how injured Orderic was, let's not forget that it was 2 fully armored halberdiers that he faced and had just some really shit luck with some dice rolls, and I had some really good rolls. So, like, it's not as if he's this, like, frail noble or whatnot. He is a pretty capable combatant. It's just that he was found out of his element and then outnumbered, which is always a bad thing in Warhammer.
They had the jump on us, you know, let's be clear.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So with Roland sort of contemplating this, the person he sees before him now and how that compares to the person he saw before, I guess, Orderic, what are you thinking? Having met Roland now too, you've seen him interact with the Faceless, you've heard him asking about you. What are you thinking of your young cousin?
He's probably a bit proud of him, the way he stood up to the Faceless and said, yeah, I'm doing better, and it's, you know, there are better things in the world, even if most nobles tend to be self-serving bastards. It doesn't have to be that way. Mm-hmm. And he probably sort of quietly agrees with him.
Okay. So we'll leave
he's also thinking, I must get some better armor.
Yeah. Now, Jacob, I see that you are trained in outdoor survival. Is anybody else trained in outdoor survival?
I am.
Nice. So I think what you get to do then is, Jacob, you'll get plus 10% from Roland's assistance with navigating. And then you will also get plus, I think it's 20. Let's see here. Plus 20 or plus 30? Plus 20. So you can get a total of plus 30. Would you kindly give us a outdoor survival check, please, at plus 30?
Right. Here we go.
Nice. 3 degrees success as well, too.
Yeah.
Off to a good start.
He's at home out here. He likes it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I think what you're picking, Jacob, what I was getting you to roll for just for navigating in the darkness here, and you're quite easily able to keep yourself directly on route towards where you're going. Is Jacob riding Nini right now, or is he on the ground leading Nini along?
No, it makes sense on multiple levels for him to be leading Nini for cautiousness, especially at night. Yeah. There isn't a heavy time urgency. So better to be, uninjured and, with turned ankles and such, not to mention the speed of the party. You know, there's no need to get ahead of everyone. So everyone's picking their way through, the forest at some speed. So he doesn't want to get too out. He doesn't, no halfling wants to get too far out ahead and or behind. And so, yeah.
I think because of your background as a, are you called, I can't remember, is a forester, warden? Warden, right?
A field warden, I believe.
Field warden. Because of your experience with that, in the the dark eaves of the Ardennes, you can tell that when there are, and you may not have direct experience with this, but the problem with chaos cults or cults to the ruinous powers is that they're like cockroaches or like Dionysian creatures. If you expose them to sunlight, they want to go scrambling back for darkness. Mm-hmm. So if you guys have arrived here with the captives, and if somehow that word gets back to them, presuming that they've got some involvement in Serac, then I think you can anticipate that at the earliest opportunity, they will disappear and then reorganize. Mm. So that is just, in terms of the urgency, that is the only sense of urgency, is that there may be... what you may find is the remnants of them, as opposed to the actual evidence of the cult itself, if it is out here. Mm-hmm. And the other thing is that to give context to the level of organization, like this, absent that weird tide, this cult to the ruinous god of disease and plague would have taken root in the city. It was only good fortune, that allowed you guys to actually, locate or become aware of that. So to give a context for how hard it is to find these things, it's, it is hard once they're lost. I imagine that you may have come across something like that or heard about something like that from your time in the Ardennes. A town wiped out by by the ruinous powers or devoted to them, that then suddenly everyone non-essential was sacrificed and then they disappeared off and rebuilt elsewhere.
You can't let the roots get settled. You got to pull them out.
Yeah. And that involves getting your hands dirty.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Love me a good metaphor. What do you guys wish to do in terms of, or how are you guys thinking of approaching this situation? The last time when you guys approached Serac, it definitely, as you said, was with you guys caught unawares, but you guys seem to be the ones who will be springing potentially a surprise on your adversaries this time. So what are you thinking?
Well, I'm pretty good at creeping around, so I can take a look. Get out ahead and have a look first to see how they're arranged.
But also, the wall is not complete yet. So I assume the rest of it is still a wooden palisade.
So you understand you're going to a barrow, not to the castle, right?
But I mean, yeah. So I thought we were discussing what we'd do later. Yeah, I mean, we just need to get there and see where the entrance is. Normally, they just have a single entrance.
Well, so I think we'll hope that there's sort of a clearing in the forest, maybe around the barrow. That sort of fits my uneducated, but perhaps, hopefully, prescient idea of what barrows are supposed to be like, and maybe we can, scout it out for a little bit, see if there's anybody coming or going, and then I guess go inside. Seems like we probably won't be able to ride inside, so it'll be on foot with the horses tied up outside. But
yeah, we'll see if and maybe we'll look for a spot for an ambush if available, and if not, we head in and but I'll go ahead and make sure that there's not like 100 waiting for us or something, and we'll form a plan.
Good idea.
Okay.
Once we see the layout.
We've got both.
Sure, I'll watch your back. I'm good at looking, but not at sneaking.
Oh, very good.
Okay. With the amount of cover that's in here, like one of the benefits of this, untamed wood is that there's going to be an abundance of cover available for you as well. So you guys, those of you who are going to make with the creeping, you will have plenty of benefits to those endeavors, especially the smaller members of the party as well. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm not feeling sneaky as usual, but good on you, Jacob. Glad we can all.
I look forward to the adventure where you play the thief. It'll be a real change of pace.
Change of pace, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I would play every single one of the characters that you seem to play is exactly the characters I like playing in games too. So it's very, very.
Well, you
easy
can
to
picture
roll
Roland saying this, like, "I'm not feeling very sneaky." Jingle, jingle in his chainmail.
Right.
Or maybe while Jacob's scouting, we can get some torches ready.
Do you guys have any torches? Because it's not like D&D. I think it's...
No, I mean,
Equipment.
I did have some, but obviously I've lost all my stuff apart from what I'm carrying.
Yeah.
So I don't.
I have a lantern.
Oh, right.
Lantern and lamp oil. I am missing a flint. I seem to remember someone had flint, but maybe I'm misremembering.
I did.
I have,
I
like,
assume it was sort of on my horse in my sort of like saddlebags, and obviously they've got my horse now. So.
And I have a wooden cutlery set, just for everyone's information. In case you.
I have a set of mugs.
Oh, nice.
Jacob does have one magical item too, which is the sleeve of unending apples.
That's right.
So.
Well, I'm in the forest now, so that's my unending,
Yep.
Yeah, I have no torches. The best I could do is I do have a blanket that we could set on fire wrapped around a stick. But that seems like a sort of emergency thing. I think the lantern's probably the way to go.
Okay.
And how many of those? I have one. Does anyone else have one, or does have anything of a light? No. Is that our only? That's our only source. Okay. Good to know.
Okay. All
Should
right.
ask the Aramo for some torches if we had known.
And I think Oderic is the.
I think it's fair for you guys to have a couple of pitch torches. Because they did supply, there was enough time to supply Oderic with the jerkin to keep him safe. So I think it's reasonable to think that you may have received torches.
Yeah, maybe one of two of you guys go ahead and write that down. I got the lantern, so
yeah, we'll give you one each.
Well,
So
I fight sword and shield, so I don't really have room for a torch.
Boy, not sneaky, can't carry a torch.
Okay, guys, only one of you can talk at a time. So, Sean, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
I was just saying, Roland, boy, not sneaky, can't carry a torch. He's already acting like the knight he wants to be. He can't be bothered with this.
And then, Mo, what were you saying? Sorry.
Given I'm somewhat not a particularly frontline combat at the moment, maybe I should carry a torch.
Sure. So you can add four torches.
Nice.
Their encumbrance is a 5 each. All right. I think with nothing else on your person other than your weapons, you're probably not terribly encumbered.
Oderic, do you have any ability at range in your current state?
No.
Okay. We can reconvene on that, but that may be your best bet for a bit until some of those side wounds stitch up a bit.
I can't afford a pistol.
Maybe a short bow or something when we have the ability. Anyway, something for the future.
Okay. So with those plans in mind, with Jacob being kind of the one up front reconnoitering, it is about. Let's see. It's about 2 hours of travel through the woods when you come across a clearing where there is a fairly conspicuous looking structure. Now, this illustration does not quite do the structure justice. What it is, there is a stone entrance, as you can kind of see there. There are overgrown trees where they have grown in over the centuries that have passed since it was, or perhaps a millennia, since it was laid into the ground. But what is missing from that illustration are a set or a row of mynheers that are set up, big tall stone pillars, crudely fashioned, that are set up as a kind of henge on the outskirts of this. And in front of it, there is a clearing of approximately about 20-25 yards where the trees just do not grow, leading up towards it. And Jacob, with your roll from before, you can see that there is a fairly well-trodden path leading inside this thing. The henge, or the barrow itself, does go up into a mound behind that, suggesting that this is an entrance into a larger structure underneath. I'm picturing you seeing this from the very edge of the southern part of the clearing, where you are just peeking out. Would you give us a hide check at plus 30, please?
And I have Rover talent, which is plus 10% on concealment and silent move in rural locations.
Hell yeah. Then that applies to you, so plus 40.
Nice. On silent move, okay.
No, not silent move, hide.
Oh, sorry. Hide. Looking.
Hold on. I may be confusing.
Maybe. Concealment?
Concealment, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice. 5 degrees of success. Holy shit.
Halflings are sneaky.
Yeah,
they're
you're
little.
most definitely.
Yeah.
So you get yourself down there. Now, Garil, I'm picturing you being a little bit back. So Jacob sort of has gestured to you. He's, thrown Nini's reins around a tree or a branch or something or a bush and then has kind of scrambled forward to take a look at this. Did you want to join him?
Me? I don't know. I'm not so good at moving silently.
So let's do this. What is your perception rating or your perception score, Jacob?
31.
Yours is 31. Jacob, what is yours?
29.
29. Do you have any talents that modify that?
Let me check. Talents.
You said 29, right?
That's correct.
I want you to appreciate that we go by the rolls that are rolled here. My roll for you was a 20. 9.
Nice.
Right on the nose.
Nice.
So what you can see, you get down there and you're just sort of, keeping your eyes first, kind of study the barrow, almost like trying to will something to come out so you could spot it. Mm-hmm. And you realize that being the hunter that you are, that's not where you would be keeping watch. So your eyes quickly start scanning the edge of the clearing. Mm-hmm. And about 4 yards maybe back into the clearing, on the far side, off to your left, you can see movement. And movement comes... You got a handout for you. You can see a set of horns. There are 2 malformed creatures that seem to be lying in wait, keeping watch. And they are not taking sufficient care to keep themselves quiet.
Jacob's eyes go wide.
Okay. Oh, let me check. Speaking of which, let's see if there's a fear effect with them. 'Cause I can't remember if there is or not. There we go. I keep thinking of the advice that I can't remember his name is Graham something or other. The guy who wrote the original. What's the name?
Davis?
The sprawling mega campaign from Warhammer Fantasy First.
Oh yeah, the enemy within.
Enemy Within. The instructions he was given was write a Call to Cthulhu adventure, but for Warhammer.
Nice.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem very Call of Cthulhu, honestly.
No.
I imagine it departed from that, but that was what it was. I've imagined to distinguish more from the D&D style.
D&D adventures. Yeah, do something.
Yeah. Because those are the
It's
major.
definitely not D&D either.
Okay.
A lot more social interaction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's Call of Cthulhu as well. It's Call of Cthulhu. There's a lot of chatty stuff.
Investigation.
Yeah. Okay, no, there's no fear effect.
Okay.
All right. So I would have talked to Orderic about one of the things that I can do is that if I spend a few minutes, at least 12 combat rounds praying, I can get a blessing of the lady by spending a fortune point. And that might be useful if we're about to, because it lasts for 1 combat basically. So that might be useful if we're about to face some nasties. It doesn't say if I have to pray out loud or just, quietly in my head or however it works. So I assume that you'd have to make some noise because it seems like you can't just, it's not really very chivalrous to just
I think
sit
it is probably closer to, it's closer to something like, the sort of personal monastic chants or like prayers that you'd hear, not like, Baptist, preacher screaming out kind of stuff. So if your concern is whether you can do that without getting heard, you could position yourself far enough away and do that.
I figured if I need to, I can just take a a minute's walk back and be a little bit away and do that. But seems like that might be useful if we're about to fight some nasties.
Yep. Insert imagery from the Green Knight here.
Exactly.
So what are you guys thinking?
So Jacob's eyes go wide, and then he carefully dances back to Garil and says, "There are two man beasts with antlers keeping eye. They look quite ferocious. We need to prepare ourselves."
Yep. So I guess we should move back. We should move back to the others and let them know.
Yes,
And,
we'll brief
prepare.
everyone. Indeed. And so we go back.
Okay.
And I tell everyone, yes, we have reached our destination, I believe, with confirmation of two keeping watch that look most unnatural.
Would we know what these things are, or we just
Yeah, we're familiar with Beastmen,
Absolutely,
right? Beastmen are pretty...
Yeah.
You know,
All of you have
better
grown
Beastmen?
up, with the stories of Beastmen. The cult of the ruinous powers and the particulars of them, that's not necessarily something that is known to everybody. But Beastmen would be like one of the monsters that people talk about to get kids to go to bed on time, or whatever.
The public-facing side of chaos.
Yeah.
So yes, Beastmen await us. Two so far.
You're confident that those are the only two on watch.
Okay.
You've taken a very careful survey of the entire thing. Seems like there's only two of them on watch.
So that if, depending on how much commotion, it'd be difficult to take them out quietly, but depending on how much commotion, we might be able to limit to those two, but I don't know what lies within.
Yeah.
Well, if we can take them down quickly, they'll be bottled up inside.
That would be nice.
Yep.
I mean, it would be nice to do some more recon and make sure that there's
Could we
not a
see, or I guess,
back entrance.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is there another way out?
You did see. You're not sure. What you would have seen through the, from your vantage point, Jacob, is at least one spear leaning against a tree, and one of them had a strung bow.
Yes, we should probably make sure they don't get off any of those arrows. Could hit a horse or those in the rear, and one was armed with a spear. I could possibly take a wide arc around and see if there's another entrance.
Well, or even just to get a sense of how large, right? Because a barrow is in a hill, right?
Yep.
So to get a sense of like how large this barrow might be from the size of the hill, that might be useful.
He could have told you that. It's
All right.
about. It's almost 30 yards.
Okay.
It is longer than it is wide as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
30 yards long,
classic.
about 20 yards wide.
Classic. Cool. All right.
Good size.
Yeah.
You find the
So
listing
there
on
could be a
Rent
number
Faster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be a number of others inside, but we don't really know that without going in. If it's large enough to potentially hold, although they probably don't just sit around waiting for us inside the barrow, like, oh, some adventures are coming.
Sure. Yes, indeed.
So,
Well,
okay.
Garil and Roland, so it would be you taking him up front. Maybe I can get a stone off first on the archer, perhaps.
Jacob, you've got you don't know if you like chaos lore, but you've got like necromancy lore or something like that, don't you?
Yes. I have academic knowledge and necromancy.
Okay. Why don't you give us a roll, just a flat roll on that?
All right.
Just see how much you know here. It won't. I'm applying a penalty
Whoa.
to it. Look at that! Holy shit!
Look at that.
All right. So what you know?
You're in league with chaos.
Yeah.
And how do you know that?
It takes
one?
his shirt off, and it's just all eyes across his chest.
Yeah.
Right.
What you would know, Jacob, is that there is a distinction, like chaos, and this is your time probably as a force warden. There's a difference between obviously beastmen and mutants. some mutants may be in league with beastmen, but like beastmen, they don't sneak into cities and shit like that. They are there's a reason that they're referred to as beastmen as opposed to man beasts, because they are incredibly savage and bestial. They are not the kind of thing that you can really reason with. They are savage, power-driven creatures, and generally thoroughly corrupted by chaos. Mutants are a different thing. They're afflicted by changes and whatnot, but they're not necessarily, bestial and completely given over to chaos. And for cultists may use beastmen as like thugs or enforcers, because they're sworn to the ruinous powers. But the beastmen are rarely the ones who are driving a cult. If it is organized in a way that is going to expand beyond the wild regions of Bretonia, it is going to be mutants or just devotees of chaos that will be the organizing factor. So these may be thugs. They may be completely unrelated to the cult that you're chasing, and just they happen to hold up in here.
Yes, these beastmen, in my times as a field warden, we encounter them periodically, and they're not too bright, but they're ferocious, to be sure. They're more likely to be at the bottom of the scheme than at the top.
Sneaky as
Do you
shit,
think
too.
you could?
Easily as silent as a halfling.
Well, I don't know about that. But,
Well, Jacob, do you think you could trick them into running after you, and then we ambush them?
It's an interesting idea. That we know where they are now. I'm tempted to, but that is true, because to get perhaps, for example, Roland and all his might nearby, he might close enough that it would alert them. I suppose. What do you think? Would we know where they are now? So that versus we get Roland and Garil within charging, within proximity to charge, and then I let loose stones until you put your blade in them. That or what you suggest, Orderic. Orderic, your idea does have the additional possible advantage if we can lure them away from the door, of course, to cause less noise within. I will grant you that.
That's only if they take the bait, right?
Of course.
A contingency.
Indeed. And if they
So we
don't,
should be prepared for both, to do both things.
Yeah. Gorilla, you fight close in? Or do you have a ranged weapon? Because I guess I'm wondering if we can have Jacob and you take on the one with the bow, then hopefully I can go mano a mano with the one with the spear.
yeah, Garil is close in. He's a close in fighter, I believe.
Yeah, Gorilla, you use an axe, don't you?
Yeah, I have a dagger and a hand axe. If someone has a missile weapon I can use, I could probably shoot it pretty well. I think I don't know if you need a skill necessarily, just ballistic, right?
Yeah, so for certain weapons you need to have a weapon familiarity, right? Or it's called weapon specialization in this game. Where, but
yeah,
I don't think.
I do not have a ranged weapon. I've got some lances if you want to get on with a horseback, but
No.
Right.
What is your move, Jacob? It'll be your M score.
My move is. Let's see. I haven't looked for that before.
It'll be your second one down. It'll be M.
Yeah, it's a secondary characteristic.
Okay. Here we go. 5. It's 5.
5. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, they're pretty fleet of foot.
Yeah, pretty quick.
Well, I have. In fact, speaking of which, I have fleet-footed. So
He's faster than the average halfling too.
yes.
Yep.
So what do you want to
Yes.
do? What's the plan here, guys?
I don't know. I'm torn. What do you think? Should we just keep it simple and I'll let loose with stones and you two charge, or do you wish me to do the ruse?
Well,
I would.
And keeping it.
You did say that their spear was leaning against a tree.
Indeed.
Could you sneak up and just take the spear away from them? That would sort of disarm one of them.
That's Ordric.
Or you totally
the
fail
wounded
and
one
he
is quiet.
gets,
Yeah, if he
you
fails.
go for it, Odric. Go for it. I don't think that's a good plan. If he fails,
No, I think Jacob is the sneaky one. He was
Jacob's entertained by the wounded one's boldness with halfling feet, but
Right.
he appreciates the brainstorming.
Well, the issue is they also have like a missile weapon, right? So if you shoot,
Yeah.
if you throw with your sling, then they're just gonna stand there back there and shoot. That's what I would do. They're not
Well,
that
but if
dumb.
we move back sort of slightly into cover and Jacob throws, and then they have to move towards Jacob to see where he's throwing or shooting from. Seems like what we want to do is get them out of cover.
Get him out of there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a
We can
little.
try it. Let's try it.
What's
What's the worst that can happen?
I've against my better judgment, I think the wounded one has talked me into this. Where if I sneak up there and grab the spear and try to get them to chase me, now with the spear, I'm a little tempted by this. It's it chase them right into you two. I mean, of course. What do you think?
It seems
That's
a
up
little
to you.
reckless to me.
It seems a little crazy.
Okay.
I,
Okay. Jacob chuckles and grabs for an apple to steady his
I
nerves
think
and says,
whatever we're gonna do, it's gonna be helpful to have the blessing of the lady on me. So I'm gonna very quietly draw the sword, and then I sort of plant it in the ground and kneel in front of it. I've got my lucky coin in my left hand, but you guys can't see it. Clutched up against the sword and start praying to the lady.
Okay,
Nice.
well, then keep it simple then, perhaps, and then I will just I will start your two charge by loosing a stone.
All right, and it's going to be a few minutes, and then Roland will sort of stand up. He seems to have, there's a sort of shimmer to his armor almost, because he has taken the lady's mantle and gained 1 point of armor on all locations.
Nice. So you would get penalties for fighting in dark, but everyone else has night vision.
Okay.
Ordric. So Jacob is able to describe sort of the layout of the clearing and the position of the. Did we lose? Oh, there we go. You're back. And then the layout of the. Or the positioning, I should say, of the beastmen. What's the approach here? How far away are you guys intending on getting before you kick things off? I'm assuming that, Roland, if you are going to join him down there, he's going to lead you down in the darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think my idea is I'm going to stand off to one side of Roland, so that if they engage him, I can just move behind and just stab them.
Okay. Yep. Remember that outnumbering your allies is a handy way of getting. You don't need to flank in this. You just if you're outnumbering your enemy, then you get a plus 10% bonus, 2 to 1, plus 20% for 3 to 1.
Nice.
Yeah, I think
I'll gang up
the
with
range of
Roland.
the short range of my dagger is 6. So, however far, if that's far enough
6
away,
yards. Okay.
Yeah.
But you said the clearing is what, 25 yards? No.
The clearing is between 20 and 25, but they are off to the side. They're keeping watch over the clearing.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha.
Before we get
So-
too close, Jacob will be extinguishing all light sources, making sure that we're lanterns covered, torches are out.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess
So is the lantern the
Odric
shuttered ones?
will have to open it to fight, but
Yeah, but I mean, we could do it once they're there. I can just flip the shutters up and then I can see.
okay.
Yep. Okay. So
lantern.
Jacob
So at least-
at the edge of the clearing, the rest of us 6 to 8 yards behind
Yep.
in the bush, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jacob can take a shot, and we'll see how they move and try to move after them.
Yep.
Okay, bear with me 1 second here. Let me check something.
Approach from downwind.
Yep. Yep.
They're bestial after all.
Okay. So, what I'll need, if Jacob, how close are you intending on getting?
I think he is going to get he's feeling pretty confident out here, so he wants to get into at the outskirts of his optimal range for throwing.
Okay.
So I'm working on that. Let's see. That is here's the range for weapons. Here we go. 1632. So I think 16 yards.
16 yards away. Goril wants to get within 6 yards. Roland and Orderic, how close do you guys want to get?
I want to be next to Goril, basically.
Yeah, we're
Okay,
going
so
to be
6
close
yards.
to each other. So we
But
can,
6 yards from Jacob, I think, is the plan.
Yeah, from
not 6
Jacob,
yards
so-
from them.
Okay, so then if you're 6 yards, do you mean 6 yards like to the side from Jacob and 6 yards away from your enemies, or 6 yards back from where Jacob is? Because Jacob's going to be at 16 yards.
Yeah. So I think the
Back.
plan is for them to be 16 yards from Jacob, us to be 6 yards from Jacob, and hopefully equidistant from them.
Sure, and
so
16
that we
yards away
can-
from them. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what I'd like you guys to do is, everyone, would you kindly give us a concealment check? And you guys are going to get, Jacob, you'll have your other modifiers on top of this, but you guys will be getting a plus 30 to your concealment check.
Concealment.
Actually, move silently, sorry.
Silent move.
Silent move, yeah.
Silent move.
Silent move, and then we'll give you plus 20 to that.
It's 20.
So I'll get 20 plus what I got personally.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we all get, the rest of us get what?
Plus 20.
Okay.
Okay.
So close.
You guys have a great deal of fortune points there, so if you'd like
Yeah.
to... Okay,
You know, it's good that
Goril
we all failed. Oh, no, Goril. Look at you.
succeeded,
made it.
and we're just waiting for Orderic.
Oh, I failed.
Oh, you failed. Okay, yeah, so...
Okay, so I think we all use fortune points.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 3 of us, but we're going to let them know way too early if we're not.
Yep.
So I think we just use fortune points and hope.
Okay, Orderic, no.
Not okay. However, let me
Unfortunate.
see. There we go.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so our worst degree of failure is, and I think you take the better of the two. Let's see here. What was your worst or your better degree of failure? 5 degrees of failure for the first one, Roland.
I got one on the
degree
first.
of failure for the second one. Okay, so you got 1, 2, and 1.
2 for me.
All right. So fortunately, though you guys, Jacob, or actually Goril is the one who's the most perceptive. You feel like you're just like stumbling along and making far too much noise. Yeah. You are able to get precisely where you want, and these things, one of them leaning on its spear, the other one with its bow, and in one hand, and biting into some kind of unknown or unidentifiable meat. Let's roll some initiative, because they seem unaware of you guys. So click on your
Select our
token.
token first,
Select your
right?
token first, yeah.
Select the token initiative roll.
And it should roll automatically. It's your agility
No
plus
additional
1d10.
dice. No modifier. Public.
Holy shit. Nicely done.
Oh, Orderic, you rolled agility, not initiative.
You gotta roll, click on your token, Mo, and then click on initiative.
Underneath the characteristics on the primary page.
You got it?
And just straightening.
Perfect. Okay. Then, we'll go, now, oh, Jacob's first. Yeah. You wanted to make that shot. So, Jacob, your position and your optimal range, they seem totally unaware of you, which means you get a plus 30 to this.
All right. Get that sling going.
Okay. And one of them kind of looks up, in kind of a direction.
And smacks it.
Now I think you actually what you want to do is click on your weapon though, right?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
That's okay.
Right. Should I do that now?
Please, yeah, because we just need to roll damage.
Cool.
Let's see here. I'll check that's. No,
3 degrees still. That's good.
Nice.
Excellent.
Head.
Fabulous. So damage.
Oh, nice.
Between the antlers.
All right, so it's 4 points of damage.
If you were having a conversation, Jake would say, "Between the antlers makes a marvelous target for these creatures."
He mutters to himself.
Yeah.
And honestly, for a guy who spends probably a fair amount of time on his own in the woods, that would not be unusual for him to be talking to himself.
Totally.
so all right. So it hits, it cracks, and leaves a really blood is pouring down this thing's scalp as it looking around trying to find the source of its pain. Goril, you're up next. You are 16 yards away. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess I'm gonna move forward to where Jacob is in hold.
Okay.
Wait for them to come.
So let's see
come
here.
through here.
Remember, your move.
My move is 3, but my combat move is 6. So.
Combat move. Okay, so what is your movement characteristic? Is it a 5 or a 6?
3.
Oh, 3. Holy shit. Yeah. So 6 is your move disengage. You could charge for 12, run for 18.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up tactically, so the 6.
Okay, so you move up towards. Well,
and can I still hold then, or is it that?
No, because your move is your full action then.
Really?
Hold on here. If you're moving your full.
Move is a half action, but hold is a half action. That's the issue. I would think that then you have nothing left.
Yeah.
You have nothing left at that point.
Yeah.
Nothing left to hold for. In other words.
All right. Well, I'll just wait then and hold until it runs at 6 yards and throw a dagger at it. That's the idea.
Okay. So you're getting ready if in case this thing charges. Orderic.
I'm going to. The idea is I'm going to let Roland step in, and I'm going to try and stab it. So I'm going to hold with Roland.
Okay. Then it is so they're surprised this round. I'm not going to have them act. Roland, what are you doing?
All right.
16 yards away from them.
I am moving up to Jacob.
Okay.
And my move.
Again, the way you guys described it was that you guys are equidistance away. So if you're moving to the side to where Jacob is, you are both. The group of you guys are 16 yards away from these things.
Okay.
And Jacob is 16 yards away from these things. So to move to Jacob is a lateral move as opposed to towards them.
Okay. Well, then I will actually. So 16, my movement is a 4, so I can charge at 16.
Yeah, you could get right in there if you like.
So I will charge in. That's my full action, and so I only get 1 attack.
Now they are unaware of you, so you get plus 30 on this.
Awesome. And its charging character gets a plus 10% weapon skill bonus.
So you got plus 40.
Nice. So my arming sword with a plus 40.
Come on.
Republic.
Nice. All right. Then that is... now, is it the one that was hit in the head or the other one?
The other one.
The other one. Okay,
Yeah.
You got it. All right, so that is a total...
Taking both down quickly. Nice.
Vicious struck into its leg, and it cries out like a half goat, half man. Then it is Jacob's turn. What are you doing, Jacob?
Jacob's letting loose.
Okay.
Same one. Let's see. So he's got he has rapid reload, so makes reloading his sling a free action.
Yep. So it's quickly it's up and it's out.
And he's aiming with his half action. With a half action.
Okay.
And then attacking with a half action.
Go right ahead.
So I guess it's plus 10, right? I believe so.
Plus 10, that's correct. And I'm assuming you're attacking the one that is not engaged with Roland.
Correct. Which which I hit before, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Yeah.
Excellent. Here we go.
Nice.
Yes.
Yep. Oh man, great damage. So that is that one. I think actually, like, if you're did it hit the it's the leg. You actually shatter its kneecap. Yeah. It is quite injured and quite angry. Gorilla,
Okay.
you're up next. What are you doing?
Well, I guess we're not letting him chase us, so he's gonna move as fast as he can, which is unfortunately not very fast. I can run up to 18, but I can't do anything after that,
Yeah.
which kind of sucks. Okay, well I'll just move. I'll move into at least to be next to Roland, so he gets a double up.
Okay. So you go racing in on this one that's been hacked in the leg. Orderic, what are you doing?
I'm also going to. I've got to move a 4 so I can run in and.
So right now
hit.
you can't see shit. So it would be
in
an
that
agility
case-
check to not trip on something. Do you wish to
Okay.
unfurl your lantern?
Lantern.
That'd be a ready action. You can still do that and move. It's just that,
Yeah, I then can't attack.
It ruins it kind of lights us all up.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll unfurl the lantern and then move.
Okay, so you're going to be engaged with anybody because your move. What's your move rating?
4.
4. So that means that you will be 8 yards. So you're 8 yards away from everybody.
Okay, yeah, we'll leave it there. Yeah,
Okay.
half there. Okay.
Then it is their turn. So you have the one that is being hit. And we have a guy with an unfurled lantern that is in a darkened forest running towards him. It turns with the bow. And it's going to
This
try
one here or
and...
the?
Sorry,
this one here. Yeah.
that one there, yeah.
That one's got the bow because that's the one Jacob was shooting at.
Yeah. So it turns and aims and then lets loose Orderic. The arrow flies past you somewhere in the darkness. Then
Nice.
the one that is engaged with you has that spear in its hand, Roland. It is going to... You have no parry ready. Do you have a shield out?
Yeah, I have my shield.
Awesome. So I think you get a free parry with your shield.
Yes.
So this will... give me 1 second here. Sorry, I needed to... Let me check. I think the spear is the one that gives a penalty on parry. That's the fast quality, which is...
Yeah, fast is minus 10% to dodge or parry.
Got it, right. Okay, great. I know we had that come up in the with the halberd last round. Okay, so this thing turns and is going to try and skewer you.
Yep.
Critical failure.
Oh boy.
Stabs in at you, and you batter this to the side with your shield, and it actually knocks the spear loose from its hands. So it is currently unarmed.
Excellent.
Roland, your turn next.
All right, I'm gonna try to finish it off with a big strike.
Go
And
ahead.
I'm there with you, so.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm gonna.
So you got plus
aim with
10%?
half. Well, wait. Ooh, that's because if I could move, I could move to the other one. If I kill this thing with one strike,
Yep.
or I could aim to get the bonus to hit.
You get plus 10% from
Ganging
Gorill's
up.
flanking.
Okay, I'll just take the 10% from Gorilla and save my extra action.
Okay, go right
or
ahead.
my extra half action.
Yep.
So 10% on this.
Swing that sword.
No.
You can spend a fortune point if you like.
I will use a fortune point.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
There we go.
Nice.
Hacks it right in the. So it's. I think maybe it's reaching down for its fallen spear, and you bring that sword down and clip its arm. So it takes another. It's quite badly injured at this point.
Yep.
And bleeding. Then, you have your other move action. What do you want to do? Your other half action.
Well, I can't. Oh, it doesn't have its spear. Does it have? Do I have a sense that it could claw at me or something if I move away from it?
It might. It's got vicious horns and.
Antlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Horns.
But I do have my armor thing up.
Parry decision.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna try to move to the other one and
Okay.
real finish this one off.
Now let me check here with
And I think that, Roland would also be aware, just for your careful calculations, that that it would make it harder for Jacob to hit it with a sling if you engage with it. But
Makes
that
it
doesn't
harder
mean
for
you
Jacob,
couldn't.
but it probably can't use its bow in melee combat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Good call.
Because I don't want it to shoot Odorite because it always
Just wanted to throw
pot
that in
shot
there.
at him.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
very
saw
good.
then. If you want, and I'm fine with you being engaged with both of them, sort of at the same time. So
Okay.
you could position yourself.
Cool.
Yep. It did
Sounds
try
good.
to kind of lashed out at you, but you again are keeping it at a distance, so it is not
Nice.
able to connect with you.
Good stuff.
Jacob, what are you doing? Roland
Yeah,
is now
flips.
engaged with both of them.
He's gonna stay on the same one, and he very nimbly flips a stone into his sling, which is already spinning,
Yep.
and lets loose. Let's see here. So he's got -20 this time. Is that?
I think
sound
that's what
right?
it was. Yeah, minus
Yep.
Almost sure. Yeah.
firing into melee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Go right ahead.
Okay.
So hold on. If you're aiming,
Good
you're at
call.
-10
I was
total.
just thinking that as you ably reminded me. Mhm.
So-
Yeah, half action to aim, half action to attack.
Yep.
Don't help the players. You'll be called the Monty Hall GM. Help the
I'm
players.
with the amount of dead PCs we have in the various campaigns.
know.
I'm not sure I'll be accused of that. Go right ahead.
See, I did. It hasn't appeared yet.
Is it waiting for a modifier?
No.
There-
I filled out the paperwork. Let's see.
It seems like your attack is under audit. What?
I'll do it again, but I'm afraid the first one will appear. Here we
Yeah,
go.
that's fine.
We'll try this again. Oh.
There it
There we
is.
go.
Critical
There we go.
failure.
Oh,
Oh.
You want to spend a
That's why I
fortune
wouldn't
point?
tell me. It felt badly telling me.
Do you want to spend a fortune point?
I think I had better.
Okay. Yeah, before hitting Roland.
Okay, well at least it's a
It's a
simple
failure as opposed to
Yeah.
All right, so all right, then next up is Garil. You're in melee now.
Okay, I'm gonna try to finish this one off.
Okay.
I have my dagger. I've had my dagger in my hands. Some fun multi-purpose. So I'm gonna try to stab this thing.
Please do. You
Do I
have
get the bonus?
yep, plus 10% for gang up, and then do you wish to? You could aim as well too, or you want to save that
No, I'm
extra
gonna
one
save.
for
Probably
parry?
save just in case for parry or something else.
Okay. Oh, that's another thing. As a reminder, you can spend fortune points to get extra actions, right?
half action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Half actions, yeah.
It won't it doesn't
Holy
matter.
shit! So I think Garil, you duck in and you stab and pull back, and it's a femoral artery that you've hit. And this thing squeals out in pain, drops over backwards, and I didn't. Mark your calendars, guys. It's the first time I've removed a token, and it isn't the one I'm using for tracking initiative.
All right.
All right.
So then, Gorilla's gonna move. So make sure that one is also.
Yeah. Okay.
Ganged up
so
behind.
nobody's got. Oh, he doesn't have a weapon out anyway, so it really doesn't make a difference. Orderic.
Well, it has its horns and stuff, right?
Yeah. So as a
It's a
move
different-
action, you can get into engage with this thing as well if you like.
Yeah.
I will do.
Orderic is okay.
or okay.
And that's plus 20 for 2.
Plus 20 for 2. Yeah. And you're saving nothing for defense. Because if you're not saving it as a half action to get in, you're not saving a half action for parry.
Hang on, what's the...
Self-inflicted wounds are not things I protect against. So
what does specialist parry do?
Parry's like so that you don't get hit.
yeah. Parry is
Oh,
well,
you're
you're not.
parry and let the other
As a
others hit
reminder,
it.
like you're not entitled to an automatic defense in Warhammer Fantasy 2e unless you've got a shield that grants a free parry. You have to actually devote a half action to doing that.
Oh, in that case, I will prepare to parry, and I'll just use that to help the gang up on the other two.
Okay. So then it is this thing's turn. Dropping its bow, it uses a ready action to grab that spear sitting on the tree, and then it is. You're the one carrying the lantern, Oderic, so I am really sorry here. But it's going to continue to focus its attention on you.
Get parry though.
I got a hit. So go ahead and give us a parry. I rolled a 13.
Character sheet keeps disappearing.
So give us a... Now, what weapon do you have out right now, Ordric?
I'd have the rapier.
Okay. Rapier, I can't remember. Does that the one give you a plus 10% to parry?
That might be if I've got the main gouge out as well. But obviously,
Well, the main
I've got
gouge gives a
one-handed
bonus to parrying, but I thought that the rapier had some quality as well, too. And anyway, click on the rapier. That'll give us the proper weapon skill roll here. So go ahead and click on your rapier there, Mo. What's the look of concern for, Mo?
No,
You look like you're...
it's not in the combat.
It's under weapons. The weapons tab has your.
So do I get the bonus for gang up on this, or is it just straight?
No, not for parry.
No. Yes.
Success. Nice. All right. So you're able to this thing, and you know this thing would have run you through. You are able to batter this to the side. Then, Roland, this thing just tried to kill your cousin.
Yep, I'm gonna aim with half my action, take the full plus 30 to try to cut this thing down.
Okay. Yeah, because it has saved. Oh, so close. You want to spend fortune?
I'm getting low. I'm gonna trust Guriel to finish it off.
Okay.
Even though I've got such a big bonus from everything, I think I'm gonna trust Guriel, and Guriel is gonna.
All
do
right.
it.
So you swing at this thing, and its animalistic instincts are still so cunning. It comes close enough that you could almost feel it. You clipped its stinking and matted fur. Jacob, you're up next. What are you doing?
So tell me about the two foes. So the same one I've been firing at is still standing, right?
That's the one that is still standing. Yeah.
Yeah, I ably flip another stone into my already flying sling, and I hope to do better than last time.
Here we go.
Same thing. So let's see. It's still engaged, of course, right?
Yep.
So minus 10 for that. Half action to aim, half action to attack for a net minus 10.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, miss.
Another stone just sings by.
All right, then it is
Keeping it
Gorilla.
honest.
Gorilla Blacktooth.
Gorilla is also going to aim as a half action. So I get a 30. I still have my dagger out.
Yep.
This time's a plus 30.
Here we go. Nice. 10 damage. And
Jesus Christ.
Fury triggers.
Minus 3.
That's holy shit. That's 16 damage total. What does it look like as Gorilla fucking savages this thing?
Huh? I just probably stab in the belly and rip up, and I probably catch its heart as I rip out.
Love it.
Because I got a crit there.
Yeah, it's
that was 16 damage. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Crit.
So that's huge. So yeah,
how did it get a crit?
Because you confirm, you roll again. It's like a third edition where you roll to confirm. If you roll a 10, you attack again, and then if you get, if you would have hit a second time, you roll damage again, but then it just keeps carrying forward. If you roll another 10, you just keep rolling until you stop rolling 10.
It's like the legs. I probably rip it from knee to groin. Instead.
That's awesome that the crit confirm is automatic too. That's really sweet.
Love it. Yeah, great sheets. All right, so this thing drops to the ground. Gorilla, you have now the blood of 2 beastmen on your blade.
Yeah.
And with that thing dropping to the ground,
That's crazy because I do have it set up. A dagger does have a minus 3 mod to attack, but I guess I'm just rolling high on the damage.
Yep.
Okay. Mod for damage, because it's dagger. Okay.
So, with that thing dropping to the ground and slowly bleeding out its last.
Hopefully, probably want to take a calm and listen to make sure that
Yep.
There's.
What you guys can see, Jacob, you maybe scramble to the edge of the clearing or to the watch point where they were looking from.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing from the barrow. So, with that, guys, let's take our mid-session break, and then we will venture into the barrow.
That's good. No one got. We check everyone out, make sure no one's bleeding like normal.
Yeah, no one's injured in the least. You guys kick the shit out of those things. So we'll be back momentarily, folks.
Every stage is full. The drive-thru is absolutely free.
Didn't walk earlier. Yep. Care to play anymore?
All right. And a banana says hi to everybody. Nice meeting. All right. Oh, let me, while we're waiting here, let me quick get something shit up here. How's your One Ring campaign going, Arlen? You enjoying second edition a lot?
I'm enjoying second edition a lot. It's had issues the last two sessions just because of me. Because this past Saturday, I forgot to set my alarm.
Insisting on doing silly accents?
It is not
I
insisting on
sympathize
doing
with that.
silly accents.
Oh,
It's
okay.
me. I forgot to set my alarm and slept through the first 15 minutes of the session. So that was fun. And then not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before, when I woke up, I think it was just allergies or something, but I felt like I couldn't like get all the way awake for hours and hours, and so I had to call it off. So we've had some difficulty making it happen, but the actual sessions we've made have been awesome. That campaign is a ton of fun.
Are you guys playing
even with
the Mirkwood one?
it's it's sort of, we talked about transitioning into Darkney and Mirkwood at some point, but we're just playing the Tales from the Wilderland adventure path.
Nice.
The 7 adventures that are written for that part of the world. So the first adventure took us 2 sessions, so call it 2 to 3 sessions an adventure. So a good 20 or 30 session campaign seems like what that's going to be, and then we'll sort of reevaluate, see if we want, because there's more adventure paths that they wrote for first edition, right, that are sort of structured adventures.
There's a lot of
They got
stuff,
bunch of them. So we'll see if we want to do more of that, or if we want to switch games and try something else. And I got an email from Free League. They're finalizing shipping locations and all that, so it's coming soon, which is pretty exciting to get.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I definitely want to do at least that solo ranger play that they have.
It's pretty cool.
Well, all the games that I have played, I need to give Vason another try again, because I really love all the material in it. I just the first session I don't think was quite as good as it could have been. Part of it is I didn't prep for it whatsoever. You played it last weekend?
You were playing Vason.
Yeah, it was good
How do you
times.
pronounce it?
It was a good game. It kind of sneaks up on you. It's a fun setting, I think, and the horror is understated. Tends to be a bit understated. I like it. It's
yeah. Well, it's got, and I like the team building aspect of it as well too. You know, the feeling of having a shared resource that you are all kind of building up is always a great thing, and I think. I think you do that in Forbidden Lands too, don't you? Like I know you do in
eventually. I mean,
Okay.
it's kind of like the old school. Like eventually, you can build a castle type thing. Is my understanding.
Got it. Okay.
Kind of a concept in their games. I mean, Twilight 2000, same thing.
Twilight 2000 has shared
You're building a
resources,
convoy or a home base, right? So
It's a great part of the game. Like I had an enormous amount of fun when Carl ran Twilight 2000 for us. This, it's scheduling is the only reason I haven't been able to cover turn, but it was a shit ton of fun.
Monday, Tuesday is hard for you, I know. But
Yeah.
you never know. You never know when Jonesy is.
No, and I mean, like I do
person.
have vacation coming up in October, so I may be able to join in October for a week.
Nice.
Yeah, still good.
Yeah.
They're going to try to take a tank tomorrow, so we'll see.
That's awesome. I know I saw the chatter about on your Discord about whether like, are we taking a tank or are we going for the truck that can transport resources?
Yeah.
I definitely would have voted for the truck as well too. I think the tank is just asking for
we'll see
nothing
what
but
happens,
trouble.
you know?
But,
right. The tank gets off one shot. That's bad news.
Yep.
Well, it's also a
Yeah,
target for every scavenger.
It's
and
also a
whatnot,
lot
right?
more maintenance heavy.
That's it too,
for
right?
sure.
Like it's just prone
It's
for.
a monster too, right? It's gas. It's a
There's a huge gas guzzler
fuel-consuming
to
monster.
use a tank because
Yeah.
it's carrying so much armor versus I mean even the truck compared to like the motorcycle. We found out how useful it would be to have just a fleet of motorcycles. We could do that, but
you can't mount
right.
50 cals on them though, right?
Yeah,
you
very
can't.
true.
Yep.
So, what are you guys planning on doing next? You've silenced
go
these
for
two.
barrel,
I think
right? Let's get the barrel.
quickly move to the door and not let anyone out.
Okay.
Do you think he's...
Yeah.
Are we
do you-
going to make sure that there's not a back entrance?
Well, maybe
there-
if some of us guard the front while someone scouts around.
Jacob will scout if someone. So he goes, yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay. So you quickly scamper around to the back. That takes you maybe about 5 minutes to cover the entire distance. There is only one entrance to the barrow.
Yeah,
This is it.
myself
I
and
just
Roland
black
are covering the
screened.
front. Well, the rest of us are covering the front.
For better or for worse, this is it.
Yeah.
Are you back, Arlen?
I'm back. My screen went totally black, and I couldn't see anything. And I was like, that's probably not working as intended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you switch screens on us, Kevin? My screen went black too.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. I don't think so. Let's see here.
Okay.
Nope. You guys are still in the.
I'll refresh the
got it.
screen just in case.
Yeah. Anyway, okay, I'm back. No back entrances. You said the entrance is like 10 feet wide?
The entrance is about 10 about 10 feet wide, but then it goes down into darkness. It is about at least 6 yards deep before
Yep.
you get into the actual barrel proper.
Shall I take a quiet peek?
Well, can you see in, because you've got night vision, but not like true dark vision, right?
True.
Isn't that what everybody has?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're going to need I think everybody's going to need the light in total darkness. Right. So,
Kevin, do we know maybe a roll? Do we know what the ability of these vile creatures is to see in darkness?
You rolled a 5 before. I think that's good enough to know that they do not necessarily see in the dark. They have very keen senses, and they can be quite stealthy, but they can't see completely in the pitch black. How close do you guys think you've gotten to the entrance of the barrow?
Well, kind of assuming that myself and Jacob are literally standing next to it, ready to hit anyone that comes out.
So,
Well, Jacob was
I just want to pause for a second too.
Sorry, Roland and myself were getting ready
I just want to pause. So, Mo, I don't want to kill your character, but you've got one wound, and I'm just going to warn you, I'm not pulling punches on a one-wound character,
okay.
just so you're aware.
I'm assuming that Roland would be the main blocker, and I'd be standing to one side slightly.
well, if it's 10 feet wide, Mo.
stand behind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why not?
behind
How
it.
about let's take up a position sort of where we can see the entrance from, like a couple yards away within charge range, and Gorilla and I will plan on being the front line, and Orderic can
In
hold
that case,
flank behind us.
Can I pick up the bow?
No, let me check here. You can, yes, and you can get those, but I want to make sure that a bow is one of those things that does not require weapon specialization. Because that's the way that the game manages.
Yeah, I know for sure
training.
guns, but I can't
Yeah,
remember.
guns for sure need it. I just don't know if.
Yep.
After Jacob comes back from scouting, he's going to maybe take a moment to see if he sees any suitable stones in the clearing
Yeah.
to grab a few and replenish.
Bow is fine. Bow is an ordinary weapon.
Oh, cool.
But you can't use it with the lantern, right?
Yeah.
Because you need one hand on the lantern.
So then
Well, no, I think I'd be carrying the lantern when we go in.
you
not
don't
carrying
think
lantern.
you would?
Well,
What? Hold on. So let's just, again, think of your character. Your character nearly died a moment ago, within the last day. Mo, you're playing like you're wanting him to die. And if that's what your intent is, that's fine. But
No, the other thing is the spear. That has reach, does it? Or is it a short
no,
spear?
does not have reach.
All right, I think I could stand behind them safely. Well, in that case, I will stand behind Roland.
okay. I think that's what we were talking about, is Roland and Gorilla will be the front line. Jacob and Orderic. Orderic will carry the lantern. Once we're ready to go in, because Jacob has surveyed the area, we'll go in that order.
Okay.
Yep.
And when Jacob got back from scouting, he's going to take a little look in the clearing for
Well,
maybe.
here's the thing too, because Roland and Gorilla and Orderic, you guys are choosing to get close enough to the barrow. You can see that inside there is a fire burning. There's a hearth burning in there.
Okay.
There is a smell of cooking food and a horrific stench of rot. If you're going in here, it is akin to walking into like a puddle of fresh vomit.
Yep.
This is how sickening it's going to be for you to go into this place. And yeah, you're quite certain. And Jacob, yes, sorry, Sean, in answer to your question, you absolutely can grab a couple of stones here.
do we want to take a minute to let me re-up? Because my gift of the lady has disappeared. It might be useful to...
How often can you do it?
Well, it's based on my fortune points, I think, because it doesn't say how. It doesn't say you can only do it once per day or anything. It just costs a fortune point.
Yep.
So I could pray again. I'm down to 1 in that case, so not great, but and that might be useful, especially if, for instance, I have a sense that there's one of the things it says is that the lady will give a different blessing if that would be of a bigger benefit to the knight. I don't know how you want to do that, Kevin.
Yeah,
but,
let me see here. Let's see what the other blessings are. So I do.
There's higher damage, which I don't think I would need instead of armor. But there's test to resist poison. There's bonus to fear and to resist harmful magic. Those are all on the table too.
Yeah, because there's like a base level of virtues you start with, right?
Yeah, on page 39.
Page 39
is the gifts of the lady.
Oh, thank you. Let's see here.
Of the Bretonia book, yeah.
And the one you were hoping for was the...
originally, I was using the Lady's Mantle for armor, but I could definitely... I was tempted right now to switch over to Stout Heart anyway to resist fear, because it seems like this is sort of the place where that would be useful.
I think Stout Heart would probably be the one that going
the
in
lady
here,
feels like is...
like if you're feeling Jacob can tell you that in cursed locations like this, ones that are favored by the chaos powers or the ruinous powers, it also can lead to the rising of unquiet spirits. Barrows, as is typically the case, often have wights, unquiet things within them. And the thing with undead in some creatures of chaos will cause a response of fear just because it's just self-preservation. But the utter wrongness of undead creatures in the setting, just it cannot help but shatter or at least weigh upon the spirits of the living. So if you are about to venture into a barrow, whatever other chaos stuff that may be in there, there may be spirits that will terrify even the most hardy of souls. So,
all right, I'm going to kneel down and ask for Stout Heart.
Okay. So you get that. I think you finish your prayer as Jacob is returning, and then stand up. And in the time that it took for Jacob to complete that the circle of the mound to confirm there is no other entrances, and for you to complete your prayer, there is no... would you give us a perception at +10? Please.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the bonus from your other allies hearing him, but you got the keenest ears.
Perception.
Yeah.
What to say?
Okay.
I will use a fortune point.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you're sitting on a ton right now.
Oh.
Okay. So then, with Roland, with Jacob having returned to the party, with Roland having lit the finished his prayer to the lady, and having seen that the interior of the barrow, at least the main chamber, appears to be fully lit, you will not need your lantern. What are you guys doing?
Okay, I'll hand the lantern back, take out both my weapons. Can I take the bow with me, just in case?
Yeah. I mean, it's a beastman's bow and beastman's arrows, so you may not want to bring that into civilized lands, but yeah.
The taint of chaos.
Yeah.
Or maybe...
And also, come on, don't you want to be a knight, Orderic?
Yeah,
knights don't fight with bows.
Knights definitely do not make use of ranged weapons. It's something express in the setting.
Oh, right.
I mean,
in that case, I'll just take the spear with me just then, because I can throw that.
Okay.
But it's still a ranged weapon. Like, you're splitting hairs here.
Oh, all right, okay.
Okay. I I think the marching order is what we should still follow because Orderic is so beat up. Have him in the second rank with Roland and Garil at the front.
Yep.
And Jacob has got his sling from behind.
Okay.
You want me to take a look inside or no?
I think we're just go together. Why?
I think we go together.
Yeah, risk.
Plenty of light in there. I think you'd be seen. So let's just.
Very well.
Okay. Now let me. As
We're
you
not going
guys
to run in there and go, mutants, you're all under arrest.
Yep.
So as you make your way in, let me see if I can make use of this map here. Hold on. Oh. Okay, hold on. All right, I think I can make this work. Your name tags are going to be a little big, but we've got a map we can work from here, guys. It's not, we're going to have to sort of work from narrative. You're not going to be like fitting on squares and such, but just for giving a position.
Yeah.
This will work. All right. Make it a little bigger there. And give you vision. All right. So, guys, let's see if this works. It does. Excellent. Let me bring you over. Love me some dynamic lighting. All right. So this is the way you're going in. Roland, you're with Garil. And obviously you guys are side by side. You've got more than enough room to get in there on your own. Yeah. Then Orderic. Then...
Oh, it's a cool.
Okay, guys, please don't move your tokens.
No.
Where did your token go, Mo? There you go. Okay.
Yeah, Jacob's behind me.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, Gorilla will do mention to Roland. It doesn't look like a Beastman lair.
So as you're making your way in there, actually, Roland and Garil, almost like as you walk through the door here, you realize that just out of view, there was a filthy dressed peasant who walks over and puts down some food and begins chopping it and seems to have been completely unaware that you are here. Now, inside this room, you can see there are 3 doors on your left, 3 doors on your right. The cultist is right about here.
That's not a door back here, though, right?
That is a door back there, too. Sorry, there's, yeah, that's right. There's 7 doors. Now, as you guys are walking in here, what I need... Does anyone have resistance to disease as a talent?
Nope.
I can't remember if dwarves get that as a default or not.
No, I mean, we have a higher toughness to begin with. But
Okay.
No.
So I need a toughness test from each of you guys at plus 10.
Toughness at plus 10.
So you just probably click on toughness and...
Yeah. Oof. Success from Jacob, okay.
Success from... Oh, that was me. Gorilla, can I use a...
Fortune point, absolutely.
Use a fortune point? Okay.
Yep, anyone who can use a fortune point. What's going to happen if you fail is you will be spending some time retching and vomiting from the stink in here. Anyone else want to spend fortune points?
I did, but I...
One left.
Okay. So as you get in, you start retching. Roland and Garil, it is the stink of rotting vegetables. Jacob, you're the only one who is not affected by this. And let me get... Oh, here. That's fantabulous. This will be our cultist. He's huge! Oh, my God, guys.
So big.
Oh, no! No, here we go. Scale him down. There's our...
I think Jacob pulls out of his head, narratively pulled out of his pocket with a half-eaten apple and smashes it on his nose. He's learned this from many times in the...
All right. So you're going to have to spend, those of you who have failed, you have to spend 2 rounds vomiting.
Yep.
So this first round is your first round of vomiting. And as you're doing that, the cultist looks over and kind of... is stunned. So for this first round, Jacob, do you wish to do anything? He is, if you want to get a sense of the scale, he is about 10 to 12 yards away from you, from where you are in the passageway.
Do I see a weapon?
There is a
On him?
knife that he was using to cut up vegetables that he looks like he may go for.
Yeah, I let loose. I'm gonna fire sling.
Okay. He is completely unaware, so you get a plus 30.
Can I aim?
Yep. So plus 40 in total.
I needed it. There we go.
Success. Nice. 9 points of damage. Holy shit. So
He's getting warmed up. His wrist. It's all in the wrist. He's getting.
Let me just get this set up here. Okay. C. Below. There we go. All right, and let me copy him so that in case there are other. It's not a bachelor's pad for cultists. All right, so 9 points of damage. Holy smokes. Look at this. It shatters his eye. And blood is pouring through between his hands. Let's all click on our tokens. Let's roll some initiative. So, and let's see here. 30 is my total. This will be this last round of vomiting for those of you who are vomiting this round. Okay. Excellent. All right. So then,
man, my low agility is not good for initiative, is it?
I think there is a talent that can help offset that.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind too is that fortune points. I know they're getting low, but you can spend one to add another D10 to your initiative roll.
So you're on 2d10. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to do that because I've only got one left. But
Yeah. All right. So first up is Jacob. What are you doing?
Jacob, let's fly.
Yeah. Again, go right ahead.
Don't start a fight if you don't intend on finishing it. That's what Grandpappy always said.
Well, it's like the Texas Rangers say, no sense in having a shootout that turns into a gunfight.
Indeed.
What you can see too is that this thing's face is covered with sores and oozing, blisters and boils.
Let's put this man out of his misery. He aims with a half action.
Yep.
And attacks with a half action.
So so just a plus 10 now.
There we go.
Success. And minus. You think you splintered in the hand? Left arm, awesome. Yeah, shattered the hand that was brought up to his eye. And let's see here, minus 2. There we go. It staggers back. Looks like he's almost down. Garil is vomiting this round. Orderic is vomiting this round. Roland is vomiting this round. This thing, it leaps forward and manages to only grab hold of its knife and is like gonna try and attack you. Jacob, what would you like to do?
Let's see here. Now, what's it look like? So I've got so there's lots of room in here, right? He can run past everyone. Is that correct?
Yep.
Let's see. I will. Okay, then
10,
I will.
Yeah, each of these, the chamber here is about 10 feet or 12 feet wide, so you easily can get your way through.
So, what does it look like if I took a half action to attack and a half action to parry? Does parry require having a weapon, melee weapon out?
Yeah, you need to have a melee weapon out because there is if you have the talent dodge, you can use agility to try and get out of the way as a defense. But I don't think you have that.
No.
Okay.
Let's see. Jacob is going to. I think that Jacob's going to try to put him down. That's what he's going to do.
Okay. Again.
Yep. All right.
Slam.
Half action aim, half action attack.
And
This
then,
defense is a good offense, or at least that's the theory, right? Yes.
Success. Shatters this thing's head, and while it was making noise, there's a splat as a bunch of like pus comes out from where it hits, but it kind of falls into silence and then falls down dead.
And Jacob's not past letting the sling still, kind of like maybe like the Western gunslingers, like spinning their, the revolver around their fingers. So Jacob's doing a little, he's still spinning his sling with satisfaction.
Yeah. You can hear Roland and Garil as you guys are recovering. You can hear the sound of other cultists in the rooms to your side. So let me do this. I'm gonna just add them to the initiative order here. Let's roll their initiative. Oh boy. Okay. Let's put them in after our heroes. So Jacob has gone. Garil, you have recovered. What you can hear is from this door here, from this door here, and this door here, you can hear, what's going on? What's happening on there? The sound of other men coming. What would you like to do, Garil? You've wiped the last of the wretched contents of your stomach from your mouth. Whatever those Arimo fed you, it's gone now. And you might be muted too, Carl. If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Carl.
Yeah. So I wonder, can I use like blather to confuse them, to give them pause before they come out, so we can recover a little bit and come up with a plan?
Yeah, you can try.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good out here. Try to mimic the voice of that.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
We're fine. We're fine. How are you?
All fine here. All good. Just finishing up this wretched cooking.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of the tables caught fire. No need to worry.
Give us a. I think. I'm
I
gonna
have
give
blather. I have charm.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a minus 10% to the blather check. Sure. But let's see. I think there's a chance that this might work. So, and your charm gives you what, plus 10 to it?
I don't know if a charm gives me anything. Blather's just it's another skill. I'm trained in it.
Oh, charm is a different skill. Not a talent.
Charm is a skill.
Okay.
I don't have it. I have a talent in dealing with underworld people to do it. But
these are not. Yeah, these are cultists. Yeah. They're definitely criminals, but not the same kind that you're used to. So minus 10.
It's a very low chance.
Blather at 10% and minus 10. Let's see.
No.
You gonna spend a fortune point?
Nah.
Okay.
That,
boring conversation anyway.
The other half action is
Look, we're gonna have company.
The other half action is going to be to wait. If that door opens, hopefully it opens inward.
Okay.
Then he's going to ready his dagger that he has in
to throw in. You got it.
He could have changed to his hand axe by now. So
yep. Ordric, you finish retching, and you can hear it sounds like there is trouble coming from within the chamber there. You certainly have enough room to move in if you'd like. But self-preservation may want you to keep back a bit.
Well, no, I'm going to just ready a parry.
Okay. Let's get yourself.
I'm going to effectively wait to see after Roland goes. Maybe I'll step up and try and gang up on them next turn.
All right. So then it is their turn. So let me quickly throw some doors open here. And then I will let you guys... There is a ready to action that's going to go off for... Garil, is it the doors to the north, doors to the south that you were watching? South. Okay, you got it. So we go, let me get rid of this one, and this one, and this one as the doors are thrown open. So it's a ready action to throw the door open, and then they'll move out into the... One's moving out into the chamber. Another one's moving out here. They're not going to be able to act yet, but they are moving out. Then this door is open. You can see one is trying to come through. Garil, go ahead and make your ready to action. You get plus 30 for them being unaware. Let's see how that goes. Success. Holy shit. The deadliest dwarf in the old world once again strikes. It opens up this sickly looking bald, pus covered mutant steps his head out like, what is going? And your dagger lodges itself in its eye and it just collapses down dead. There is another one coming up behind. and it kind of screams. I'm gonna make a willpower check for it, because that's a terrifying thing to go through. It leaps past and it's trying to slam the door on the body of its fallen enemy. Roland, you're up next.
All right. What do I need to do to get ready after retching? In terms
you're
of...
fine. I think
Okay.
just with it, you're good to go now.
Okay. Well, then I don't. Oh, there are 2 of them though. If
There's 3 of them in the room so far.
Yeah, but there's 2 of them right next to me.
Yep.
I'm going to move up to try to hold off these 2.
Okay.
Not charging, just a regular move, and then I'm going to take a swing, and I've got my free parry with the
so
shield.
you don't need to spend. They're engaged with you. You don't need to spend an
okay.
action. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, let me reread how parrying works in terms of.
So because you have an extra, you count as having an extra parry, don't you? With
Yeah, I have an extra free parry for the shield, but what I'm wondering is, can I swing and then take parrying stance to have a parry with both weapons?
Yes, you can.
Basically.
Yep.
Okay, then I think I will do that. Because
I think it's just that you can't use your you pick a defense against an attack. You can't keep trying different defenses. It means that you would be able to parry against 2 different sources.
Yeah, that's what I want. Is that if both of them swing at me, I want to be able to parry both of them.
Yep, absolutely. So go ahead.
All right, I am going to make my regular, if I can find it, my regular arming sword attack.
Okay.
No modifier, public.
Yeah, 1 fortune point left.
I think I need to spend it because I don't want to lose my sword.
Yep.
Yep. So let's try.
There you
Hey!
go. Okay, so you hack which one? The one on the left, one on the right?
One on the right.
On the right, you got it. Okay, so that is minus. All right, so you clip the other one's arm as it's coming out, and it pulls back and gets ready to hit you with this woodsman's axe. Not like a big one, but like a little hatchet kind of thing. Yep. Then it is Jacob's turn. Jacob, you can hear chaos happening, or the chaos of combat happening within this barrow. What would you like to do?
Could I loose a stone on this one?
I think you'd have to. I mean, we'll imagine you moving forward a little bit.
Okay.
And then you could do that.
Great. And then it's still okay to take an aim, half action aim?
I think you need the half action to move forward a little bit.
Very good. So, all right.
Yeah. So I think I'm picturing you and Orderic are sort of right standing on kind of next to each other at the entrance here.
Oh, it goes wide.
So it skitters along the stone walls here.
Yep.
Gariel, what are you doing? Oh, you're muted, Carl.
That mutant was not able to close the door. It was able to close the door.
Not able to close the door, no.
Press the attack.
So you're going to ready? Did you have your axe out before?
Yeah, I had my axe. Well, I didn't. I had during that time. It doesn't matter. Dagger axe. Well, so during that time, we had to wait while he prayed again.
Yep.
I could have switched over.
Absolutely.
To axe. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I pictured you having your
axe out.
Yeah, you threw your dagger and you got your axe out now. So and then you said you're readying an action.
No, I'm gonna just press the attack and attack.
Sure. Go get him.
Because he didn't close the door, right? So
did not close the door. So yeah. So go ahead and make your attack on him. Nice. Good lord.
Rolling roll on the damage.
So yeah, you plant your axe squarely in this thing's right knee. And it pulls back. It is now going to be trying to attack you. Orderic, what are you doing? You can hear the sound of battle.
I'm going to parry save the other half action for a parry.
Well, I think you would have needed to move. Because you picture yourself like from where you were. You weren't up against that door. The door opened. You threw your dagger. You needed half action to get in there. Orderic, what are you doing?
So I can't sort of attack around the corner here, isn't it? It's completely blocked.
No, you would need to move in there if you do want to fight.
Can the doorway where Garrel's fighting, could I get in and could I move and hit him?
You can. I'm not going to give the gang up bonus because it's through a doorway, so... But you could get in there.
Yeah, so I think you'd be able to sort of be down here and then just sort of stabbing in that way.
Okay. So moving into the room. All right. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Nice. Okay. So you race in, and with that rapier of yours, you kill, strike down another of these corrupted things. Then it is their turn. So we've got, oh boy, 3 on Roland now. So we've got plus 30, no, plus 20% to hit you.
Yeah, plus 20%.
Plus 20%, okay. The gang up, so I've got 45% chance with each of these. All right, so the first one is a hit.
All right, I will use my shield to try to parry.
Okay.
No modifier, public.
Nice. Excellent. So you see him coming in a mile away. Bam! The shield goes up, and you block. Then it is second one, 45 as well too. That is a miss. That is a critical failure. I think on the backswing of your shield, you loop its axe in and you yank it out of its hand.
Nice.
And then there is one left. Swings. Misses.
Nice.
That is all of the surviving ones. So then it is Roland's turn. What are you doing, Roland?
All right. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go. It's the middle one that I struck before that lost his weapon.
That's right. Let me move him just back so you can see the health bar there. There you go.
Yep, there we go. I am going to go aggressive on him, so I'm going to aim and then strike at him and hope that they don't connect with me twice on the next round, or that my buddies can get over here or something. Okay. So plus 10 on my attack.
There we go.
Right, because I don't take a penalty for being outnumbered for attacking, right? It's just a bonus to them.
And that injured one is the one that lost his axe, incidentally, too.
Yeah, so that's why I want to finish him off while he can't do anything about it.
No. So close. Oh, jeez. So you swing, and it's only his natural, the cowardice of those who worship the ruinous powers, who keeps him at a distance.
Yep.
Jacob, what are you doing? You're sort of at the entranceway here, and you can see that there are three of these things that are facing, or these cultists facing Roland.
They're all engaged, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And do I see any that are wounded?
Yes, one of them is. The one without an axe.
I'm going to go for that one.
Okay.
He's engaged, so minus 20. I'm going to be aiming, so plus 10.
Okay.
So for a net minus 10. He whips a stone skillfully into his sling.
Okay, and
yes.
Yeah, nice shot. All right. This thing is hit squarely in the head. Blood is pouring down from its forehead. Minus. There we go. All right, and Gabriel, what are you doing?
Gabriel is going to move to here.
Okay.
And then strike at this one here to give some. Hopefully, give Roland.
So you get the gang up bonus plus 10%.
Okay.
And anything else you're doing? Or I guess you had to move. So yeah.
Yeah, I had to move. So.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna re-roll.
Spend it for. Yep. Go ahead.
I got 2 more.
So close.
Bummer.
All right. So.
Well, at least it gives some relief to.
Absolutely. Yeah. So maybe split some attention. Orderic, what are you doing?
No, you're gonna.
Going to ready a parry and move into contact.
Okay. Then it is these things' turn. All right, so I got 2 that are for sure. One of them is going to have to use a ready action to grab its axe. I think, Roland, go ahead and make a free strike against it.
Okay.
This isn't rules as written, but I'm just picturing this in my mind of where sort of how we've described this, and because of the thing being yanked out of its hand, it's going to have to move, which means that you would get your attack. So go right ahead.
Okay. Oh no! And I've got no fortune points. Can I spend fate points to get more fortune points?
No.
Or is it only?
No. So
Because I remember they're two meta currencies.
Yes,
right?
they are. No,
There's
it's a good
but
question.
Fate is only for prevent you from dying, right? Is that the?
You know what? If you want to permanently spend a point of your
permanently.
yeah, I'll
You have
let
a
you do
shield,
that.
man.
Well, but I'm gonna lose my sword.
It falls to the ground. Don't lose. It's not falling into a river.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't think you're going to die, I think fate's.
Okay, I will not spend a fate point to get fortune points.
So I think you overly, overextend your grasp, and you sort of swing. He gets his axe up in time, and because of maybe just revulsion, like the full smell of this guy hits your nose, and you kind of wrenches back. He gets his axe ready, and as your sword, he's returning the favor, having disarmed you. And then brings that axe up and down. You don't have any parries. Oh, you got your shield still.
I got my shield. So
Okay.
yeah.
So the first attack here is he's outnumbering you 2-1, so he only gets plus 10%, but that is a hit.
All right.
Okay.
I will try to parry with my shield.
Here it comes.
No.
All right. So then you take. So you're plus 2. Hand weapon is just a flat D10, right? No modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
With the strength and modified
With
by
the strength modifier. Strength.
Yeah.
8 points of damage.
That's not good.
But remember, apply your full your toughness bonus plus your armor.
All right. Let's see. Go
Because your
to
armor you said is a
combat,
3, right?
And I have 3 armor and a 3 toughness bonus, so that's
2 points.
2 points of damage.
2 wounds.
Yep. Pretty good.
Excellent.
But you also prayed, didn't you? Didn't that boost your?
No, the prey
That's
was
for-
boosting my
for the
armor
fear.
last time. It's
Yeah.
for fear this time.
Okay. So you try to get your shield up in time, but he kind of is able to get that strike in on you. And then
And then the other one I don't have a parry for, so
Okay,
if he hits
but let's
me,
see here. That 77 is not going to hit, though.
Nice.
Swings at you, and you're still able to keep yourself out of the way. The other one that was flanked by you guys, I'm going to roll in chat. 1 is Roland, 2 is Orderic, 3 is Garil. Roland.
Ooh.
So then it is a full gang up bonus. So here we go. Although there's 3 of them on him, 3 on you, he doesn't get the gang up bonus anymore. Here we go. And that 94 is certainly not going to hit.
Nice.
That is the end of the cultist's turn. They do have defenses because none of them full out attacked. Roland, you're up next. What are you doing?
All right. Is my sword just on the ground, or did it go flying?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. So it would be you could go and grab it, but it would open you to 3 free strikes then. What are you
Smack him
thinking?
with your shield.
Do you have
think I
another
have-
weapon on you? Do you have like a dagger
I
or
think I
something?
have a dagger,
Oh, you probably have a dagger.
but I didn't set it up, so it'll take me a second.
Sure.
Let me see. Yes, I have a dagger, so I could
Okay.
do that. Why don't I just roll a weapon strike and see if I hit?
Yeah, yeah.
And-
Because I don't think you got specialization with your sword anyway. So let's just see.
Yeah. So, roll a
A
dagger,
dagger is just
strike.
-3. So
Yeah,
it'll be -3
-3.
damage. It's
Minus
otherwise.
3 damage. Oh,
Yeah.
well, then I'll set it up fully here. Dagger.
Otherwise, it's exactly the same.
-3. Not defensive, not impact, common attack.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So, but you get that dagger out. Jacob, you're up next.
Jacob is going to loose on the most wounded cultist.
That
he
guy
can
there?
Same
see.
one. That's the one that just whacked Roland with his axe.
Yep.
Okay, he's engaged, so -20. He's taking a half action to aim, so plus 10, net -10.
God, these rocks flying everywhere.
Yep. Flips another stone into the sling and lets loose. Not that time.
Okay, but not a crit failure.
Yeah.
All right, Garil.
Gorilla is going to try to focus on this one. Although, I don't know, this one, I can slide over, right, and attack.
Yep.
Try to wounded one.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
slide over and attack the wounded one
Okay, go ahead.
just to focus fire. Hacks with this axe. I do not have a gang up bonus, right? It's like it cancels things out. Right?
Yeah, because there's 3 on 2 for him.
Yeah. Okay. It's fine.
Go ahead. Good Lord.
God damn. That's another 10.
Deadliest
Off the arm,
dwarf
straight
in
off.
the old world. So I think that it's a right arm. So this thing, it pulls that thing back again, and Goril just stabs in near where the elbow is and zips along. Yeah, blood
I
is.
have the hand axe out. Yeah.
Oh, your hand axe out. Yeah, so it just.
Yeah, my dagger's in the eye of the guy.
So I think you hack it off. He's holding the stump. Blood is spewing out, which stinks like infected rot. Falls against the wall and falls down dead.
As an aside, if I can just give a little anecdote. So as we're watching the show Maximilian, it's called Maximilian Marie. It's a German production, and there's this one scene where his seneschal, well, he sends his like trusted companion to go marry Marie as a proxy. Some dudes come in and they're like, "You can't do this. We're gonna take you." And I'm yelling at the TV. In the D&D game, I tell my wife, in a D&D game, this guy would pull out a sword and hack that guy's arm off. And guess what he did? He pulled out a sword and hacked that guy's arm off. Yes. So he finally did something that a D&D character would do. Apparently, this really happened. So
Oh, Jesus.
it was Lord von Paulum did that for Maximilian.
Wow.
Defend his honor. It was in
right.
a church too, so you know.
Now, Goril,
Nice.
so you used all your actions, so it is Ordric's turn. Ordric, what do you want to do?
Okay, I will attack once and obviously ready the Mangosh as a parry.
Yep, you got it.
So I'm going to hit. So that is 3 on that guy.
Now, let me just check one thing, Mo. I feel like the Mangosh might have an ability that makes it like a shield, so it grants you a free parry.
Well, I do have like there is the improved. What is it called? It's where's the traits? Talents.
Okay.
Specialist fencing and specialist parry.
It's parrying, balanced, and defensive is what it is. So defensive gives you plus 10%. And you don't suffer. No, it does not. It's not quite that good. So yeah, you're going to ready an action to parry with your offhand, and then go ahead and make your attack roll. You guys are outnumbering this thing, or you are outnumbering it 3-1. So go ahead and take a plus 20% bonus to your attack roll. Oh, you got 1 fortune point left. You want to spend it?
No.
Okay.
Just in case I need
David
it to
for
survive.
parry, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. All right, then it is this thing's turn. All right, Ordric has attacked. I'm rolling again to see who is getting attacked. 1 is Jacob, 2 is Ordric, 3 is Goril. Let's see if we can put that Mangosh into action here. All right, so it turns and swings at you. The chance of hitting is not great. So let's see here. Misses by 2%. Swings at you, and you're just narrowly able to get out of its way. Roland, you're up next.
All right, I'm going to try.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I got one more to attack. I got one on you.
Yep, you've got one more on me.
Okay, and Roland, you got no defense right now?
I have my shield.
Your shield.
Because I
okay.
used my dagger to ready my dagger and then stabbed with it. And
Yep.
so
Okay,
I've got my
so
shield
then
still.
it's outnumbering you 2-1. And so you gets plus 10% to its roll. See here, misses completely.
Nice.
Roland, your turn. What are you doing?
All right, I'm going to try to dagger this one.
Okay.
Because I think my buddies have got the other one under control. So dagger, going, no modifier. Wait, I can aim because I get my shield for free, so I might as well aim. So 10 modifier, public. Nice.
Oh shit.
No for fury, but that's okay.
That's still a pretty freaking
10
great.
points of damage.
So then left arm, so you stab, I think, like deep into the muscle tissue right around the top of the arm, because that is a huge hit.
Is my strength only? I gotta start doing
how do you
push-ups, get my
your
strength
strength?
up. Because my strength is I've only got a +2.
+3. No, yeah, okay.
And I've got -3 from the dagger and +1 from a talent, so it all cancels out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the 0.
Guy. You're a young guy.
Yeah. Got a lot of time to get better.
Jacob. Now this one, I think you can see the one that is where Roland, Ordric, and Gariel are all engaged with it, but you can't see the other one. I think just from the angle that you're at.
Okay. Yeah, I will go for the one I can see.
Go right ahead.
Engage -20, half action to aim, so net -10.
There we go.
Flips one more stone. Oh yes.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh, man.
What does it look like, Jacob, as you take this guy down?
It disappears into his throat, so it actually just goes right in the and he's trying to cough out a stone.
He staggers back, blood
unsuccessfully.
starts coming out from where you shatter the back of his spine. His teeth have also probably been shattered by your little stone.
There we go.
Okay. Then it is Gariel's turn. What are you doing, Gariel?
Gorilla probably thought in his mind, but doesn't vocalize it, about taking prisoners because he's in a bloodlust.
Yeah.
So he's just going to hack at this guy.
Please do.
Probably saying, die, mutant, die.
So you get plus 10% for gang up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my good lord. So you, I think you buried your dagger into its left arm, and then Gariel stabs this thing in its right arm, and it drops down dead. All right. So you quick look around. Roland, you are a little banged up.
Yeah, I got tagged, boys, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll be okay.
Now, hold on. I can't remember.
Oh, look at this cool sword I found.
Does anyone have training in first aid or heal? It's an advanced skill, so you either have it or...
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't do that kind of thing.
Yeah,
how
we
about
just avoid
potions?
getting hit.
What about, we do have potions around here. Somebody, maybe?
I don't think
Anybody have a...
I don't think so.
I don't think in this game, no.
Optimistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you could have done, so if someone, say, did have training in heal, because he is lightly wounded, he's got more than 3 wounds left, you could, if a successful check, you roll 1d10 and you restore that many wounds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That would be useful.
First aid's pretty cool if you're slightly injured.
Absolutely.
Jacob is scrambling around the room looking for stones.
Yes, there's a couple ones that you're gonna, that are, embedded in the head kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
As Goril moves to recover his dagger from the eye of the guy in the door, he's going to point at this door and say, we should still be wary.
Okay, so here's, now that you guys are fully in here.
Temporarily block it with
Hold on. I'm trying to say something, please. When you, while you guys have a moment to catch your breath, let me just quickly tell you what you see in here. Before I do that, sorry, Mo, what were you asking?
I was wondering whether I ought to block the double door with a table or something.
Well, let me tell you what's in here
search
first, and then you guys can plan accordingly. Nothing's coming bursting out of that one. So each of these rooms here, just from a very brief glance, each of them appears to be living quarters for the cultists. This is a disgusting meal that is being prepared. There is a door over here that is identical to the other doors you have seen in here. There is another door over here that appears to be bolted from the outside, but it contains a small barred window in it. From where you are, you can see that. And then in here, this door is iron-bound wood with 2 heavy wooden bars and 4 iron bolts on the outside.
This one here.
The one I'm pointing at.
This one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a couple of barred and bolted doors.
Over here, the doors are, looks like double doors leading in elsewhere, but the closer you get from there, the stronger the stink of corruption and rot is. So, what would you guys like to do?
So I'll wipe off my dagger, replace it, grab my sword, and then I think I'll go over. I want to look into this door because you said there was iron bars, like a cell type thing.
Yep.
Yep. So I'll check in this room, and then it seems like we should check the other rooms before we go for the big one at the end, because I've played games before.
It sounds good.
Yeah, Gorill's going to look around
absolutely. Yeah.
Roland's not the brightest bulb, but he's not fucking stupid. He's not going to be like, oh, let's just go to the big bad at the end.
Yeah. All right. So
Gorill's going to look around for any, documentation or treasure in these rooms while people are examining.
Okay. Jacob and Orderic, what are you guys thinking?
Jacob was using the time to get his stones, looking for stones, prying stones out of bodies.
And then Orderic, are you still intending on pushing that table up against those doors?
No, I think he would make a lot of noise. I'm just going to stand over there and be on guard to see if anyone comes out.
Okay. So Roland, you make your way over.
Ready an action to parry, so imagine I've got the...
Okay, yep. Roland, you make your way over there, and you look through the you can picture in here. There are most of the light that you're seeing is all coming from that fire that's burning. There are some torches in the walls as well too, but in this particular room, it looks to be about the same size as the others, which is to say it's about what is that? Close to 15 feet, maybe long, 12 to 15 feet. When you look in, there is one figure that is huddled in the far corner of the room. This room has a stinking straw pile that would pass for a bed or a cot. But there's only the one figure that's in there, and you think you can hear him whimpering.
So I'll try to wave over Orderic and see if he'll come over here to check. And then what I want him to do is basically cover me while I unbolt the door and move inside.
Okay, so you move over.
I don't have my sword sheathed and shield still on my arm.
Yep.
But I want to hold out my hand as I get close, basically, to,
of course,
we're not here to hurt you type thing.
So you chunk, and when you hear the bolt hit, the figure inside flinches as if hit with a whip crack. And then you open the door up, and the light from within kind of goes out, and you can see that it is a peasant, filthy and dressed in tattered clothing, a man, and his grown beard is matted with sick and dirt and whatnot, but he does not have the sickness on his skin the way that the other things did. And his eyes are kind of flinching, blinking in the newfound light. Even as dim as the light is, it seems painful to his eyes. And he puts his hand up. No.
So I'll step in, jingling all the way, and kind of hold my hand open and say, "We're not here to hurt you."
His head snaps to the side, and he realizes, wait, you? He looks you up and down. A knight! And he gets up and he stumbles forward, and you realize that it's not just dirt and whatnot. He is quite old as well. He falls to his knees near you and kind of grabs at your tabard and is almost weeping in thanks. Thank you. Saved. Bless the lady. I'm saved. And he looks up. What is your name, sir?
Well, my name is Sir Roland, and this is my cousin, Sir Orderic.
Orderic has not taken up the errantry, so he is not properly...
Oh, yeah. Well, so Roland would sort of say that and then think, wait, Orderic, you're not... Okay, this is my cousin Orderic, but we're here to help you guys. By which I mean not... There's some chaos going on here, and we're here to deal with that.
So he says thank you. Thank you. sorry, I was quickly seeing what he knows. You've come. Did you kill him? Did you kill him?
I'm gonna guess not.
He looks around. Did you find the Lord? Angeron. He oversaw the sacrifices.
Why am I not surprised?
He lives.
Yeah, he's well, we'll deal with that next.
Then he looks, and he seems to be looking over at the, like over your shoulder, Ordric, at that other door that remains unopened. The one that looks like opposite.
This one?
No, opposite where the prison cell is.
Is that another? That's not another prison cell.
That is his.
Yeah, that one is not a prison cell.
The
That's
Lord's quarters. When he is here, he has sacrificed others, and I was to be next. And he points over to the double doors in there. That is their blasphemous, their altar. Don't go in there. It is not safe. And he kind of catches himself and spins and looks at the other door, the one that has the 4 bolts on it right here. And his voice drops to a whisper. You didn't open that, did you?
We did not.
What's behind it?
As if in answer, you from inside that door.
Doesn't sound friendly.
Another beastman? We killed one or two of them.
We'll
outside.
find out what's behind that door in 2 weeks' time. So, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 4 of the Fears of the Faceless. You guys kicked some serious ass today, so congratulations. From being forewarned, what a difference it makes to be able to face your adversaries. As well, a big congratulations to both Roland for admirably serving as a tank for this, and Garil for serving as the vicious murder monster that we knew he all could be. And of course, Jacob for your keen
I know, man. Good sling stuffs.
And for Ordric for his boldness in taking his life in his hands and still jumping in to keep his allies safe. So braveness and boldness all around. We'll see if it is rewarded. Usually heroics are rewarded in the old world, right?
Usually.
So each of you guys will get another advance as well too, so feel free to spend that.
Cool.
Between now and next session. For those listening at home, as is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding this session, this campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can... wrong button here. You can find a link down below to the Dungeon Musings Discord server. You are more than welcome to join us over there. We have channels dedicated to this game, as well as every other game we run on the channel. And we have channels dedicated to a bunch of other great stuff as well, too. There's some play-by-post games that are ongoing. There's usually folks looking for players for games as well, too, so you can find some cool people to play with. And otherwise, just great people and great conversation, so you're more than welcome to join us there. In addition, down below, you can find a link to the Heroes Save Villages campaign. That is the charity fundraising campaign that we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really terrific organization active in over 130 countries that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. That is the charity that benefits from our fundraising activities, and to date we've raised over $5,000 to help the kids who benefit from that this year alone. As a way of saying thank you to anyone who donates, and all donations go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel, none of it goes to any other middleman. It just goes to help those kids. For every $25 Canadian that you donate, you get one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes we have in our next charity raffle. That charity raffle will be on December 1st, and the let's see here. You also, in the time between now and then, anyone who's donated since August 1st will have a chance to vote for our next charity session. We just played yesterday a really terrific session of the City of Mist role-playing game, which was the last game selected by the donors. Next game is going to be one of the horror games on offer. So if you want to have a chance to vote for what is going to be played in our next charity session, if you donate from now until December 1st, you'll have a chance to vote for that. That session will be at the end of October. In addition, you get, of course, the chance to win one of the great prizes in our next charity raffle. We gave away over $2,000 worth of prizes in our last raffle, and we will hope to have the same thing for our next. We will let you know as we get closer to the date what those prizes will be. The last thing I will say, well, in addition, you can also find me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings. You can reach me by email at dungeonmusings@gmail.com. I'll also mention that on Friday I posted a 3-hour episode of my podcast. So if you do want to head over to the Dungeon Musings podcast, you can find that there. And we've got about 2 weeks left between now and September 10th. If you want to pick up any games, including some out-of-print games from our friends at the Noble Knight Games shop in I can't remember, they're Illinois? Is that right? Anyway, wherever they are.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin, all right.
Yeah.
So Noble Knight Games has very generously offered us a discount code. So if you are buying anything from the Noble Knight website, be sure to enter the Noble Muser code between now and September 10th, and you will save 10% on any purchase over $10. And in addition, right now they have a special going on where I believe it's free shipping within the U.S. and there's a 33% discount on shipping for anywhere outside of the U.S. I may have been abusing that lately, and those discount codes stack as well too. So you get that a great deal of savings. That does count for overseas shipping as well. So if you are looking to pick up something from Noble Knight, or you've had your eye on some of that out-of-print stuff like their Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, then you can feel free to take advantage of those discounts and those savings. And now, last thing I will say is a huge thank you to our heroes. So Arlen, Carl, Mo, and Sean, thank you so much for joining me back in Bretonia. Congratulations on a very successful incursion into the plague-filled Barrow.
Yep. Nice.
Then, until we see, for those listening at home, thank you so much once again for joining us. Until we see again, we hope that we have given you a couple of hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes in Bretonia begin to face as they are uncovering this chaos plot. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.
Bye.